It's time for Ouachita Christian Football with David Gordy, Daniel Kirkendall, and Mike Gray.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Halloween. Welcome inside the Farm Bureau broadcast booth, brought to you by Agent Chris Thomas. Eagles Stadium, Stephen Fitzhugh Field, the campus of Ouachita Christian School in Monroe, Louisiana, for another edition of Ouachita Christian Eagle Football. I'd like to thank you for tuning in here on Power 92.7 or the Ouachita Christian Sports Network for tonight's contest between the Ferriday Trojans and your Ouachita Christian Eagles. And Daniel, before we get started, it looks like we got kind of a little early opportunity here. It looks like Mike Gray with the Marion State Bank sideline reports caught up with Ouachita Christian head football coach Stephen Fitzhugh. Mike, how we doing?
We're good, Coach. Week 9, and I see a lot of athleticism on this team to be able to contain tonight. Or we defensively are just a discipline. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
tonight.
Yeah, we got to do our job. I mean, they threw for 350 on us last year, and they got most of those guys back. And so, DB's going to do a good job of, playing where they're supposed to play and keeping their guys, in front of them. And again, we got to get pressure on the quarterback. That's going to be a big deal for our defensive line tonight. But great football team coming in here. They got great defense, lots of speed there. So, again, our guys just got to do what we do. Communicate, execute, do the little things right.
I noticed that you were talking about pressure on the quarterback, and I watched a little film on him, and I noticed that he's a scrambler. And if he gets outside, he's dangerous.
Yeah, he's very dangerous. I mean, the 3 games we got on film, he's scrambled about 10 times for 100 yards. So he's averaging about 10 yards per scramble, which is a great play for them if things break down. So, yeah, our defensive line's got to keep their rush integrity and do the little things right.
I understand that Ridge Coates had a little procedure done this week. Is he out for a week or two?
Yeah, he's out. He's out this week for sure. So, but he'll heal up and be back with us. So it's not a season-ending injury.
Right. How's Patrick Turpin? I know he was
good.
A little tweaky.
Everybody else, everybody's good. So we're good to go.
Good deal. Well, I know that you're proud of the team after the effort last week, and just hope we can continue it this week.
Yeah, that's it. We got, we knew these last 3 games were going to be our toughest ones, and that was just one of them. So, this will be another barn burner tonight as well.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, I appreciate it.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, it's. I think this is going to be one of the most athletic teams we've played this year. Watching film, and when that quarterback gets out of the pocket, he is real dangerous. So, guys, I think that we just really have to be disciplined tonight, stay in our lanes, and gap protect like we know to do.
Yeah, well, thanks a lot, Mike. Mike Gray with the Marion State Bank sideline report, catching up with Ouachita Christian Eagle head football coach. Mike, before we take off from you, had a chance to kind of walk around. I got to say, I think it's probably the first real nice fall night we've had for football so far this season.
It is a little crisp, and I noticed that kickoff will be around 56 degrees tonight. So, yes. Hopefully it affects them and not us.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a problem for the guys
no.
on this side. Mike, thanks a lot. Mike Gray with the Marion State Bank sideline report. Daniel, I guess I probably ought to go through. My name's David Gordy, and it's going to be my privilege to bring you the play-by-play call tonight. Handling the color commentary, broadcast partner Daniel Kirkendall. Down on the sideline, our man on the field, as we've already met Mike. Mike Gray with the Marion State Bank sideline report. Donnie Haley up in here in the press box with us. And, of course, Daniel, I don't even know if we get this thing going. I mean, we somehow figure out a way to get on the air, but without the talented hands of Miller, I don't know if we can make this thing happen or not.
No, glad we have Miller. Miller's, jumped right in, and now he's a necessary part of the team.
He's a cog.
Yeah, he is. That's literally what he is.
Absolutely. And little kind of something neat tonight. Coach Fitzhugh doing a great job earlier this season, recognizing the 1985 state championship team, celebrating 40 years since the first football state championship here at Ouachita Christian. And tonight, going to be honoring and celebrating the 2000 state championship team with their 25th anniversary as well. A lot of familiar faces walking around the campus and going to be down on the field on the sideline tonight. Like to remind our listeners that tonight's game, it's being streamed live in high definition. You can check it out on YouTube. You just go to OCS Football, Ferriday. It's right there. I mean, it's super simple. Heath and the boys. Now, look, here's one thing we're going to do tonight. All right, we hadn't done this all season. We always say Heath and the boys and Coach Q and the boys and all this. Look, tonight, who we got on the cameras tonight? That's what I want to know.
Who we got? We got no, that's not it, Cody. It looks like nobody's on that one down there. Who we got? Carson McQuillan, Clay Butler, Jake Maxwell, and Ethan Buchanan. So,
all right.
Hey,
we always
sounds
say
like a star-studded team right there.
We always say, Heath and the boys, and that's good, right? But we want to recognize these guys because I'm telling you, we get a ton of compliments from so many people telling us that. They just love watching the stream and how good the stream is and how reliable the stream is. And you know what? I got to tell you, it doesn't happen without a ton of work. And we want to say thanks to those guys, especially tonight as we get ready to play some football. You can watch the game. You can listen to the game, again on 92 Power 92.7. You go to your computer. You go to your smartphone devices. So many ways you can tune in and find Ouachita Christian Eagle football. I think, Daniel, the MixLR app is still out there around. Some people are using that. In any case, you got a ton of ways you can find this. My favorite way of all is to get on my smart TV, go to YouTube, fire it up, and watch the thing in high definition, and it is fantastic.
Do you mute it when you do that, or do you just listen to you just turn the volume way up?
No, I don't turn it up.
Oh, okay.
No, I get to hear myself talk enough as it is. But it is, and having said that, it's great to be home at Fitzhugh Field, Eagle Stadium, and the great accommodations we have in here. We want to thank Miss Kim Stinson and all the folks here at Ouachita Christian that make it a special place to broadcast these games from. And I think it's going to be another great night for some high school football, Halloween, and here we are in week 9, and hopefully it's going to be a good night for the Ouachita Christian Eagles.
Well, I think it should be. This is a big game. You heard Coach Fitch say it to Mike. You heard it if you heard the coaches show. He said it again that these last 3 games of the season are going to be our toughest games. We went to Ferriday last year. I think if anybody went, they remember that road trip, and good game. We ended up winning, by a pretty comfortable margin. But Ferriday never really just quit trying to attack the end zone, and they will throw the ball all over the field. So we're going to see a fun game tonight. You're going to see a lot of speed on the field tonight. And Ferriday comes in last year. They came into the game 6-2. We were 8-0 this year. We come into the game, they're 6-2, and we're 8-0. They got out of the game 6-3, and they'd like to improve that this year. So they come here to Fitzhugh Field. They want to win. And for the Eagles, this is if there's a trap game on our schedule, this would be the trap game. It's between 2 of our big rivals. Ferriday. They got beat by Mangum, got beat last week by Oak Grove in a close game, and so. Those are their 2 losses, and I'm not worried about it, but I think our guys, need to be wary about not overlooking this, just looking forward to Oak Grove and the playoff run that's up ahead.
Not a real long drive for the Trojans tonight. Right about an hour and a half to make it over from Ferriday for what should be a pretty good game. And Daniel, I will tell you this: when you look out across, or you look at the field, some of the pregame shots that we see. I mean, Faraday's got an impressive looking football team, a ton of good athletes. They they appear comfortable in the scheme. You and I both had a chance to watch them on film. I mean, this is a good football team that Faraday's bringing into Eagle Stadium tonight, and. It's just one of those things where you feel like if the Eagles are able to play to the level that I know they expect from themselves and the coaching staff, you're probably going to be able to win this football game. But I'm telling you, you and I talked about it last night. I mean, this is a good is a good football team that's out there on the field right now. Yeah,
they're led by a sophomore quarterback, Jace Harris. I'm sorry, Caleb Ellis was the quarterback last year. Jace Harris is their quarterback this year. He's a sophomore. He has thrown the ball. He's thrown for over 1,300 yards this season, 22 touchdowns. to only 3 picks. I mean, he's aired it out. He's also going to run the ball. I mean, you see those passing numbers. You know they're going to pass the ball. They have big play receivers, but they actually average more rushing yards per game than they do passing yards. So their running back, Xylon Alexander, is going to get a heavy dose along with Shardarius Wilson, who will kind of alternate in and out. And so they're going to try to put points on the board. And what it looks like, David, is they took most of their seasoned, experienced, veteran players and put them on the outside and at skill positions. In the trenches, their offensive line and their defensive line, they come across much younger and not as polished. So, this is a dangerous team. I would say it's easily the fastest team that we've played. Also, I would say overall the most talented team that we've played up to this point in the season.
It's a good-looking football team that Ferriday brings over tonight. Coming over in their traveling whites, white jerseys, white pants with black numbers and black trim, and a black helmet for the Ferriday Trojans. As the Eagles have wrapped up their pregame warm-ups and gone in, the Trojans are going to continue to get loose. Week 9, again, as we mentioned, is already here. And, Daniel, when you talk about these two football teams, it's one of those weird matchups. And I say weird, it's just a little unusual that in the 5-game series between these two teams, the Eagles are trailing in this one. The Eagles looking at 2 wins versus 3 losses. The series dates back to 1993, and these have all been some pretty good football games. Having said that, if you go inside the numbers a little bit, you can figure out that the average margin of victory, 3 of the last 4 games, have been 13 points. And that's for either team. Eagles win 1, they win 1, but if you average them out, it's 13 points. And, last year kind of got a little lopsided towards the end of the football game, but all of these games have been pretty competitive.
Yeah, I mean, it's they're a good program. We're a good program. They've had some success. You look at this historical record, and I think all that is good to know, but, that's over, a 32-year period of games, 5 games over 32 years. Not a lot that you can take from it that can help you out in this game, but I think it is interesting. And like you said, it is unique. We don't see a lot of teams that have the better of us in a head-to-head competition.
The Eagles come in tonight, you mentioned it earlier, 8-0, 5-0 in district play, coming off a solid win over the Mangum Dragons last week, 35-14. The Trojans enter tonight's contest at 6-2, 3-2 in district play, coming off a tough loss to the Oak Grove Tigers, 13-6. The head coach of the Ouachita Christian Eagles is in his 28th season. Coach Stephen Fitzhugh. Coach Fitzhugh's career record with the Eagles is 272 wins against 82 losses. The head coach for the Ferriday Trojans is Walter Johnson. Coach Johnson, in his second year with Ferriday, a career record of 14 wins and 5 losses. The Eagles, they come in tonight ranked number 1 in the state, according to the Class 2A Louisiana Sports Writers Association poll. The Trojans come in at 15, according to the same poll. Number 1 against number 15. And we might have a football game to watch tonight.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be an exciting one. Again, I'm looking forward to this game. This is one I've had circled since the beginning of the season, and our guys have been sharp pretty much every minute of every game they've played. A couple mishaps here and there, but nothing that's been threatening, and you hope to see that if you're an Eagle fan tonight. But, who knows? The Trojans do not want to see us walk out of here undefeated on the season.
Well, I mentioned the Eagles being ranked number 1 according to the sports writers, the Trojans at number 15. Polls, Louisiana sports writer polls, they don't really make any difference. But right now, one poll or one thing does, and that's the power ratings. And I was going to tap you tonight, see if you could give me just a kind of a quick overview of where you think where things stand with our power ratings.
Yeah, quick overview is we're sitting at number 7. I believe, let me double check my notes here. I believe we're at number 7. Yeah, we're sitting at number 7. Of course, if you're in the top 8, you get a first round bye. You host until the quarterfinals if you possibly. And so, we're actually in really good shape. And and really the biggest reason is, David, is that our non-district opponents went 3-0 last week and gave us a little shot of juice to kind of climb up in the ratings. We didn't make it to number 7 at all last year, and we were hoping for 6 if we would have won in Week 10 against Oak Grove, but we ended up at number 11. But Division 4 Select is just really loaded. 1 through 14, 1 through 15, any team can beat any other team on any given day. It's a good division of high school football in Louisiana. And we're sitting at number 7. We got our 2 toughest games, arguably on the schedule still to go. And the good thing about these games is these opponents do have a lot of wins, and so we could make a good jump over the next 2 weeks. I don't think that we can climb all the way to the top. I don't think it's possible for us to get the number 1 seed. I would be happy if we get around the 3 or 4. There's lots that's going to shake out tonight.
Well, the Eagles have made their way onto the field, so have the Ferriday Trojans. Eagle fans always want to know how the Eagles win the game tonight. And believe it or not, well, Daniel told me last night that he thought he had it figured out. So, without further ado, we'll go to Mr. Kirkendall for Daniel's guide to the game, brought to you by honeyholeshop.com.
All right. The honeyholeshop.com guide to the game. I think number 1 that is just kind of an overarching presence for our team is the huge advantage that we get with field position just because of Gavin Polk. I mean, he puts us in great field position, also adds points to it, and that just plays such a big part in the games that we've played this year, and it's helped. It makes it really difficult for teams to have to travel the length of the field against this defense. The other thing, I think I mentioned it earlier, I think our line play, we're at an advantage there. It's just something to watch tonight to see how our line does. I love watching our line play. I think they're good. The other thing is, while the captains are walking out, this is maybe the most important is to prevent big plays. Last year, they scored 28 points. Those were on touchdowns of 76, 67, 57, and 27 yards. So if we can keep them from big plays, we'll be fine. And then, here's the other thing, and this is kind of what Coach Fitzhugh always says, don't make mistakes, don't turn the ball over. Well, that's a big deal. If we can get the lead and keep them from catching up, we'll be fine. Hey, Mike's out there.
All right, let's go down to the field for tonight's coin toss. Mike Gray and Marion State Bank sideline report.
Y'all got any questions? Okay, this is week 9. Knee pads down, only one mouthpiece, keep it in. Let's take care of business, all right? It's a great night for football. You're calling the call. LHSAA is heads, the 100 is tails. What's your call? Heads, heads. It is heads.
All right, so Ferriday won the toss, and they're going to receive.
Oh, right.
No surprise.
Okay, yeah.
No surprise.
No surprise. They want to establish it early. All right. Thanks a lot. Mike Gray with the Marion State Bank sideline report. Tonight's coin toss. Trojans win the coin toss and have elected to receive. Right now, we're going to get ready for our invocation and our national anthem. And we'll take a break from here at Eagle Stadium. You're listening to Ouachita Christian Eagle Football on the Ouachita Christian Sports Network.
Trinity Diamonds Direct, 201 Blanchard Street in West Monroe. Wholesale jewelry with integrity. They provide honest, professional experience while offering stunning diamonds and fine jewelry at or below wholesale prices. And we do custom pieces by appointment. Engagement rings, tennis bracelets, pearls, earrings, necklaces, gemstones, loose diamonds, and jewelry repairs. Trinity Diamonds Direct, 201 Blanchard Street in West Monroe.
Mom, what do you do at work?
Well, I help families just like ours feel safe and protected.
So kind of like superheroes.
Exactly. Whether it's your car, home, or even life insurance, I make sure families are covered when they need it the most.
So you're kind of like our superhero.
That's right. I'm Ashton Halterman, your local shelter insurance agent. Call me today and let's protect what matters most, your family.
Shelter insurance for your auto, home, and life. Call my mom, Ashton Halterman, at 318-343-3582 or stop by the office at 100 North Park Drive in Monroe.
There's no better time to get rid of those glasses or contacts. Now with the latest in LASIK, all laser eye LASIK, safe and ultra precise. Call for a free evaluation. 318-32-LASER, 318-32-LASER.
Make the high, humble decision for your LASIK care and clear vision.
Trying to decide where to eat tonight? Join us at J. Papa's Restaurant and Market, your neighborhood spot for lunch and dinner located on the Ouachita River at 2538 River Landing in Monroe. We're open Monday to Wednesday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m., and Thursday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. Come by today and try one of our great steaks, seafood, or specialty pizzas. And start your meal with one of our many appetizers from duck wraps to char-grilled oysters. Bring the whole family and enjoy your meal inside our beautiful dining room or on our deck overlooking the levee. J. Papa's is a proud supporter of the OCS Eagles. If your car or truck is broken down, or you locked your keys in your vehicle, or you just need a flat fix, call Bears Towing and Recovery at 388-3021. In fact, why not just save the number in your cell phone? That's 388-3021. Bears Towing is on call 24 hours a day and 7 days a week. They understand that an emergency doesn't happen at convenient times. Bears Towing, 388-3021. Bears Towing is a proud sponsor of OCS football.
Always uplifting worship and Ouachita Christian School varsity football games. KBYO, Farmerville, Ruston, Monroe is the all-new Power 92.7. And now, back to OCS football.
It's time for Ouachita Christian football with David Gordy, Daniel Kirkendall, and Mike Gray.
Welcome back inside the Farm Bureau broadcast booth. Agent Chris Thomas. Ouachita Christian Eagles, they lost the coin toss tonight to the Ferriday Trojans. And the Trojans elect to receive. As we bring you back to Fitzhugh Field to the sounds of House of Pain. Ball's teed up at the 40-yard line. One of the best kickers in the state of Louisiana is going to put it into play. Gavin Polk. Gavin's going to get his leg into this one, and this one's going to be fielded inside the 10-yard line. A nice return this time being set up by the Trojans. Number 21 from Faraday's got some running room, and boy, does he. As he is going to be tough to track down. I don't see any penalty markers on the play. And I think the Ferriday Trojans are going to take a 6-0 lead over the Ouachita Christian Eagles. As we talked about special teams, Daniel, and that time number 21 for Ferriday. I believe it is number 21.
It is.
That's Marquez Washington. Washington takes it, as they say, to the house. 92 yards for the kickoff return for a touchdown, and Ferriday leads this game 6-0.
Yeah, Washington is a returner only, pretty much. I mean, he'll line up out there, but most of what he's going to do, he does in the return game. And I do know that Ferriday High School placed in one event at the state track meet and got second place last year. And
Maybe the 4x1?
Yep, it was the 4x1, and they are all out here.
Let me tell you something. Marquez Washington just, I mean, that was insane how fast that happened.
Yeah.
They're going to keep this one on the ground. That's number 8, Zion Alexander, and Alexander's not going to get into the end zone. So Ferriday is going to nurse a 6-0 lead, but boy, that happened in a hurry.
Yeah, this speed really is no joke, and you can see it right there. I mentioned the silver. They placed second in the state track meet, but they are loaded with playmakers on the outside. You talk about it, a 3-headed monster. They have about a 5-headed monster, and mentioned some of those guys. The other returner was number 10. You don't want to kick it to number 10, and he's not the one that just ran that back. Number 10, Desmond. What's his last name?
Desmond Jefferson.
Jefferson, yeah. We said it 3 times last year when he had house calls when we were down at Ferriday. He had 7 catches for 163 yards and 3 touchdowns against us last year.
Blazing speed.
Yeah.
I believe he was offered by the University of Missouri, and I think, Daniel, you said he may have committed to the University of Louisiana.
Southeastern. He's committed to Southeastern right now. Verbal. Good change.
Well, let's see how the Trojans tee this one up. Last year, kicked the ball sideways with no tee, and I think the Trojans may have come up with a little something different this year.
Yeah, Jaden Hardaway is the kicker. You see a lot of these guys playing multiple positions, so you'll see Jaden at receiver and kicker.
He'll pace off his steps. Deep for the Eagles. It's going to be Jude Turner. Looks like maybe Eli Gray back there with him as well. 2 men deep for the Eagles. They trail in this contest right now, 6-0. This is going to be a short kick, and it's going to be returnable. Gray's going to lose a handle on it. He'll come up with it clean at the 10. Now he's across the 15, across the 20. Boy, he took a shot.
Yep.
Right at the 20-yard line. A big lick that time. But does a good job of hanging on to the football, and he does a good job of moving the ball. So the Eagles looks like they'll start first down and 10 at their own 22-yard line. A gain of 12 yards on the return. Daniel, pretty rare that on the first possession of the night, the Eagles find themselves trailing in this game right now, 6-0.
No, yeah, I mean, this will be the first play of the game right here, won't it? So,
senior quarterback Luke Vadrine is going to go in the shotgun. 2 running backs with him in the backfield, Gray and Jude Turner. 2 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. Eagles traveling from right to left on your radio dial. Vadrine in the shotgun. Good snap from center. Gives this one to Jude, and Jude's going to try to find a little bit of running room. And tough job that time, but he's going to find 3 yards. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 7.
Yeah, if you last year, we talked about this, but last year we noticed that Ferriday would put everybody in the box except for however many receivers they were having to guard, and they just go straight one-on-one, no help over the top, cover 0. Right now, it looks like they're playing quarters, cover 2 maybe, but I don't know. The Eagles got the bunch set going.
Vadrine in the shotgun. Turns, hands this one to Jude. Jude is going to he'll get to around the 30-yard line, gain of 4 yards on the play. Tough yards inside, but positive yards. It's going to bring up a real manageable 3rd down and 3 as they put this football at the Eagle 30-yard line. Keeping it on the ground early with Jude Turner. 10 minutes and 39 seconds left to play here in the first quarter. Ferriday 6, Ouachita Christian 0. Opening possession of the game for the Eagles. Trojans took the kickoff for a touchdown. Vadrine in the gun. Turner joins him. 2 receivers to Luke's right, 1 to his left. Maddox Fitzhugh. Good snap from center, and Luke looks to throw. Feeling a little bit of pressure, and he is going to have... I got to tell you, that's about as personal foul a face mask as you're ever going to see, Daniel. It almost looked like instead of grabbing it, he held on to it.
Yeah, he spun him around, full 360.
And that's going to be a big penalty right there against the Trojans. And Eagles looking at 3rd down and short. They're going to have a 1st down and then some.
Yeah, that's going to push them down the field, probably pretty close to midfield. Let's see. He picked up his flag right at the 29, so they should get their 15 yards here and kind of keep this drive going. Content with 3 or 4 yards of carry on this first possession. I like that approach. I like that approach from the Eagles. I'd like to see us, honestly, run the stew out of the ball.
Well,
especially at the first half.
If last year's any indication to this year, and typically it's not, but if it was, one thing that we saw last season was this Eagle offensive line got heavy on the Trojan defensive front towards the end of the ball game. The Eagles almost running the football at will.
Yeah, so they're try to soften them up right here so you can go ahead and start working on that.
1st down and 10 following the penalty. The Eagles have the ball now at their own 44-yard line. 3-yard line, I should say. Luke's going to turn. He hands this one into Turner, and Turner again finding it tough over the left side of the Ferriday defense. Going to be a gain of 1 yard on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 9 as they do now spot this one at the 43-yard line. 9 minutes and 38 seconds. Opening drive for the Eagles here in the first quarter. Ouachita Christian trailing in this game right now, 6-0. Luke Vadrine will line up in the shotgun. 2 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. He's got 2 running backs with him in the backfield, Jude Turner and Eli Gray. Luke calls for the ball, keeps it on the ground again with Turner. Again, tough running inside, and Turner's going to be marked down. It's going to be a mad scramble for the ball, but clearly marked down. Going to be a gain of 4 yards on the play, bring up 3rd down and 5. They put this football now at the Eagle 47-yard line. Daniel, if I'm not mistaken, we hadn't put the ball in the air yet.
No.
3rd down.
1, 2, 3. Let's see, 5 straight handoffs.
3rd down and 5.
But I don't think he's got more than 4 yards. I think 4 yards is as long on these 5 carries.
2 receivers for maximum protection back there in the backfield. If Luke wants to throw this one.
They're bringing the safety up.
Good snap from center. Going to pull this one. He's got some running room on his own.
Oh, he's going to pick it up.
He's going to pick up a 1st down.
Good effort.
That's a tough run by the quarterback, Luke Vadrine, Daniel. He needed 5. He picked up 7. And that's going to be enough for a community pharmacy 1st down.
Yep, just a nice call by offensive coordinator Drew Vadrine right there. You and I were talking about it, man. How many times are you going to give it to Jude? Well, then Luke pulls it, kicks it out to the right, and picks up the 1st down.
1st down and 10 for the Eagles. Ball at the Trojan 46-yard line. Clock running with 8 minutes left to play in the first quarter. Ferriday 6, Ouachita Christian 0. 3 receivers, trips left, 1 right, 1 running back with with Luke in the backfield. It's Gray. Good snap from center. Luke's going to put his first pass in the air tonight. He's going to pull this one down, and he's going to try to find some running room. And when he broke away, Daniel, it looks like we're going to get hit with a holding call.
Yeah, I think so. Not much open downfield, and that might be why we're running the ball, just because, especially after Ferriday running the opening kickoff back, you don't want to come out here and make a mistake, throw an interception early in the game, give Ferriday the ball back. Luke wisely doesn't force one there and just pulls it down. But we're going to be behind the sticks.
Yeah, man. Those holding calls can be really, really brutal. And the Eagles are going to fall victim to a bad one here, as they say. And it looks like it's going to bring up, it's got to be right at first down and 20 for the Eagles. They back this one up now to looks like the Eagle 44-yard line, where it is going to be first down and 20. Luke will be in the shotgun, 2 receivers with him in the backfield. 2 receivers to his left, 2 to his right. Luke will call for the football and gets a good snap. Play action. It's going to set this screen up. That's to Gray. Gray's going to bounce this one. He's going to cut it back up, and really good pursuit that time by the Ferriday defense, Daniel, as we did manage to get to the edge. Pick up 5 yards, maybe 6 on the play, but it is going to bring up second down and, well, let's call it 15 now from the Eagle 49-yard line.
Yeah, you'll see, if you look out there right now, you'll see number 0 on the left defensive end. His name is Marvin Davis. He's a good player. He's probably he's their best tackler. He's been in on a lot of plays. He's ranked 9th in the state with 85 tackles on the season. Has 26 tackles for loss and 12.5 sacks on the season. So he's a menace over there which will be on the right side for the Eagles off that right end there.
Second down and 15 for Ouachita Christian. Luke Vadrine in the shotgun. 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Luke gets a good snap. Pulls this one down. Now he's feeling some pressure. He's going to roll, unloads. This one's going to be intercepted. And that's going to be intercepted by number 18, Chris Shepard, for Ferriday. Daniel, this is a really dangerous way to get this football game started with a turnover early. Faraday's making the Eagles work for it. Special teams gives up a long kickoff return, and now you put Ferriday in good field position.
Yeah.
In Eagle territory at the Ouachita Christian 44-yard line.
Yeah, uncharacteristic mistake by Luke Vadrine there, throwing back across the field. Yeah, you're rolling to your right. You just got to stay to the right. Don't try to go back left, and, he pays the price for it on that one.
Faraday's going to have its first offensive play of the night. It took the opening kickoff back for a touchdown. High snap from center is handled. They're going to go with Zylan Alexander. Daniel, you mentioned Alexander early in the broadcast, as he has got speed to spare as he gets the outside edge of the Eagle defense and picks up 15 yards as if it was effortless. It's going to be first down and 10 for the Trojans inside the Eagle 30-yard line. Call it first and 10 at the Eagle 28. A good snap from center to Jace Harris. Harris handles it and hands it off again to number 8, Zylan Alexander. A gain of 2 yards on the play. The Eagle defense answers the bell that time. Clock running with 5:53 left to play in the first quarter. This game is scooting by.
Well, obviously, I would say the Trojans are in 4-down territory here. This might be a good time. You might see them try to take a shot right here.
Second down and 8. Trojans do just that, and they've got a receiver that's going to go way out of the back of the end zone.
Yeah, Tristan Raymond on the coverage. I think he was looking for number 12, Robert Taylor. Not Robert Trailer, tractor trailer, but Robert Taylor.
Well, and one of the things with Harris's pass that time too, Daniel. I mean, that throw was going to push him out of bounds to begin with.
Yeah.
Third down and 8. And now we got a little movement, a little motion, and that's going to go against looks like it's going to go against the Trojans, as we had a few people in motion at the same time. That's going to be a big penalty there, as it's going to take you away from 3rd and 8, set up 3rd and 13.
Yeah, we've seen how costly just these false start, dead ball penalties are. I actually had that written down. We ran out of time, but I thought dead ball penalties would kind of swing this game, at times. And I think like this, it did it last week against Mangum. They had 2 encroachment penalties there early that kept our drive going and took the lead. So now they find themselves behind the sticks.
Going to throw this one out in the flat, and that one's going to be incomplete. Looking for number 10, Desmond Jefferson. Jefferson, a dangerous receiver with the football in his hand. Daniel, you mentioned it was fourth down. I mean, it was 4-down territory back at the 38. Definitely going to be 4-down territory at the 30. As the Ferriday Trojans are going to go for it. Fourth down and 13. Ball at the Eagle 32-yard line. 5 minutes. 27 seconds left to play as the Eagles decide to take a timeout. All timeouts brought to you by the fine folks at Campbell and House, attorneys at law. Don't get played.
Call Wade.
Call Wade. You got to call Wade. 318-855-0285. Let's go down to the sideline, check in with Mike Gray and Marion State Bank sideline report. Mike, how you doing?
Well, I think we better start playing football here in a minute. I think if I'm them right here, I'm going to run the ball. I know it's 4th and 12, but
I was thinking a sweep, Mike, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I think get your playmaker in open field. You know, I don't know what the coach is thinking over there, but the success they've had was on the run off tackle because we're having to spread out. If they spread us out, but it looks like they're going to bring bunches together right here. So who knows?
All right, thanks a lot, Mike. Mike Gray with the Marion State Bank sideline report. I completely disagree with both of you. I'm putting it in the air. Instead, they're going to try Harris. And Harris is going to get strung out. He's going to be dropped for a loss.
Tristan Raymond with a huge play.
What did you guys? What were y'all looking for?
Sweep. Sweep, end around sweep, maybe. Well, they had 10 and 21 lined up on the outside, and I'm like, well, they got to get the ball to one of those two guys.
You do not run sideline to sideline on these guys. Well, so far we've been a little susceptible from time to time, but the Eagles do a great job of pursuing a lot of speed on the outside edge, and you know, hey, in any case, the Eagles do a great job of shutting down the Trojan offense. So now, first down and 10, second drive of the night for the Eagles. Daniel, it seemed like we had the ball for a month last time. Really, 2 yards, 3 yards, 4 yards.
Penalty.
Yeah, this Ferriday defense is making the Eagles work for everything early in this contest. First down and 10 for the Eagles. Vadrine in the shotgun. Good snap from center. Gives this one inside to Jude. Jude is going to have a nice run that time. Daniel, I'm just telling you, you and I both talked about it last night. The longer that offensive line was on the field, the more and more holes they created for the Eagle running backs to run through. And, you know, hey, that one, a nice gain on the play, gain of 6. It's going to bring up second down and 4 at the Eagle 32-yard line.
Yeah, I like the straight downhill type of run instead of trying to get Jude, you know, on the edge. Let's just run it right between the tackles, and he does good there.
Clock running now inside 5 minutes in the first quarter already. Eagles still trailing 6-0. Luke Vadrine in the shotgun. 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. 1 running back with him is Jude Turner. Good snap. Gives this one to Jude. Jude, again, tough running inside, but it looks like he's going to have – they're going to rule him down again. But, Daniel, that's the second one tonight. It's been on the ground early. Gain of 3 yards, and it's still going to be shy of the first down. They'll call it third down in less than a full yard. Right at the let's see where they got it. Right at the 36-yard line. Eagles operate out of the shotgun. Man, I tell you, Daniel, it always gives me the will, you know, kind of the creeps when we've got to go less than a foot and we're going to snap it 6 yards behind us.
Yeah.
Vadrine in the shotgun. Good snap from center is handled. Gives this one to Jude.
Oh, I think he got just enough.
If the spot looks like that they're going to move the chains, it needed 1, and he picked up 2. That's going to be a first down for the Eagles. Yardage tonight, Daniel. Tough to come by.
It is. Impressive so far play by the defensive line and linebackers from this Ferriday Trojans. I mean, we hadn't seen anybody contain Jude for this amount of time all season long.
First down and 10 for the Eagles. Fresh set of downs. 2 running backs in the backfield with Luke Vadrine. 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Good snap from center. Turns, hands this one to Jude. Jude's got some running room. He's across the 40. Now he's across the 50. Right at the 50-yard line. That's going to be enough for a community pharmacy first down, a gain of 12 yards on the play. And Mike Gray is hollering at us like
What's he got?
crazy
What's he
down there. I
got?
don't know what's
Yeah.
going on the sideline with the Marion State Bank sideline report. How you doing,
Very
Mike?
good defensive scheme they've got going here. The two safeties, they ran a cover one that time, but they've been running a cover two. And they've been coming downhill hard when they hand it to Jude. So the backside is open and some misdirection is open.
Thanks a lot, Mike. Mike Gray with the Marion State Bank sideline report. 2 running backs in the
Always
backfield.
uplifting worship.
Luke's going to call for the ball. Good snap from center. Throws this one. It's going to be short. Just underthrowing. It looked like that time. That was Turpin. And it's going to bring up 2nd down and 10. Put this football right at midfield. Two minutes and 40 seconds left to play in the first quarter. The Eagles trailing in this contest right now to Ferriday. 6-0. Luke Vidrine will bring the Eagles to the line. 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. 2 running backs with him on either side in the shotgun. Gives this one again to Turner. Man, Daniel again stacked up at the line of scrimmage. And, not like you got, thrown for a loss, but a gain of 2 yards. And this is going to be a huge 3rd down play for this Eagle offense. 3rd down and 8. Finally into Ferriday territory at the Trojan 49. This Ferriday defense came to play. This Ferriday football team came to play tonight. 2 minutes, 10 seconds, clock rolling. 3rd down and 8. Look to see Luke put this one in the air. Gray's going to join him in the shotgun. 3 receivers now to his right, 1 to his left. Good snap from center. Luke's going to feel some pressure immediately. He's going to get sacked for a loss. It's going to be a big loss.
Good 1, 2. I mean, they brought six rushers on that. 2 of them got through clean as could be. And Luke really had no time because Jude opened up. I mean, right after Luke had to scramble, he had a receiver open, but never had time to find him downfield. So the Eagles.
You're never going to guess who the Trojans are sending deep to receive this
Well,
punt.
if I was them, I'd probably take. I don't know. You pick your poison there. I mean, they could have put 21 Washington, who ran the opening kickoff back, but they don't.
That's going to be number 10, Desmond Jefferson.
Number 10, Desmond Jefferson.
All right, so Gavin Polk's going to have to punt this from his 30-yard line. Jefferson deep, dangerous return man. Gavin gets a nice punt off this time. He's going to keep that way away from Jefferson. Man, what a great
got it in there. Good job.
punting the football.
Good job.
We always talk about what a great kicker he is, and he is a great kicker, but with the way this Eagle offense is run, Daniel, we haven't been able to watch him punt.
Yeah.
Oh, he can do some great things with the football.
Well, all season it's played such a big part. This is what I was talking about before the game in field position, and now we have a chance, to inside the 20 with a really nice punt, kicks that right out of bounds, no return, and that's good because as we've seen already, this is a dangerous team when it comes to returning the ball.
Ferriday, the punt's going to cover 41 yards, but as you mentioned, just as importantly as a punt, no return. 1st down and 10 for the Trojans. Ball at their own 15-yard line. Taylor's going to be able to unload this one with a lot of pressure that time. Actually, that's not Taylor. That's Harris. Harris is able to unload it. And Daniel, again, just athleticism right there. The Eagles with some great pressure up front. Harris just makes an athletic move and is able to get the ball unloaded out in the flat, and that's going to be more than enough for a 1st down. The Trojans out of the shadow of their goalpost now with the ball, 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line. Number 13, sophomore Jace Harris brings the Trojans to the line. Going to turn and hand this one inside to Alexander, and this time the Eagles aren't having it.
No, Brock Abels gets right through, makes initial contact, and allows the other Eagles come in and drag him down. That's the type of play this defense needed after giving up a huge gain on the first play of this drive after a really nice punt by Gavin Polk.
2nd down and 10.
We gotta try to force a mistake at some point in this game. Force their hand.
Pressure will do it.
Yep. And so, you just got to think the side's got to get home at some point.
That is going to bring it into the first quarter of play here at Eagle Stadium. Daniel, I don't know that we've said this all season. At the end of one, the Eagles are trailing in this contest 6-0. Our first quarter brought to you by the fine folks at Bayou Bariatrics. Bayou Bariatrics, specializing in weight loss surgery, weight loss injections, body sculpting, M-Sculpt, and IV infusion and vitamin injections. 318-398-2984 to schedule your free consultation. Again, first quarter sponsor for Ouachita Christian Eagle football, Bayou Bariatrics. I want to thank the folks at Bayou Bariatrics for their continued support of Ouachita Christian Eagle athletics.
I also want to thank Forsyth Avenue Church of Christ. Go check Forsyth Avenue Church of Christ out at facoc.org. Sunday mornings, 10 o'clock. We'll meet for church. You're all welcome at 10 a.m.
It's a good spot.
It is. Come for recovery, support, and community. Forsyth Church of Christ, longtime sponsor of OCS Athletics.
Second down and 10 for the Ferriday Trojans. High snap from center is handled. They're going to keep this one on the ground, and the Eagle defense is not ready for that one, as that's Alexander. Daniel, you mentioned Alexander early in the broadcast tonight, it being very difficult to get a handle on, and this Eagle defense is not ready. I don't know. You mentioned it may be one of the best teams that we faced all season. I mean, the Dragons able to get out, get a win over the Trojans, the Tigers as well. But this is a talented football team. And we're letting them get going here early in this contest tonight.
Yeah, Oak Grove beats them 13-6. Nobody saw that coming. And then Mangum, jumped out to a lead, and they scored 6 touchdowns in 5 minutes in the second half to take the lead. They were down 35-6 and came back and took the lead. Get it?
Harris going to throw this one out in the flat. Complete to number 12, Robert Taylor. And there is a penalty marker down in the backfield. Daniel, probably holding.
I guess so. I mean, it's about as far away across the field as it could be.
That's gonna be a really tough penalty for the Trojans.
Oh man!
And a really big break that time for Ouachita Christian.
Yep.
As that's going to be a huge penalty. I'm going to have to wait for Donnie to do the math on this one, but they're going to back the Trojans up back into their own territory at the 48. Donnie's going to say first down at 22. Or 20 even. First and 20 for Ferriday. As we start the second quarter of play. Harris is going to pull this one down, pull it up in the air. It may have been intercepted. We're not
unbelievable.
Sure. I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see. There's signal almost like it's a reception. I don't know.
Yeah,
it is going to be Eagles.
Wow. Unbelievable play.
Wow.
Agent Zero, baby. Unbelievable.
That's a talented wide receiver playing defensive back, Daniel. He goes up, plays the role of receiver instead of DB. Makes an unbelievable high-point play on that football and comes down with it. Huge turnover for Ouachita Christian in this game. You mentioned it only a few moments ago. We needed something to break our way. That could be it.
That could be it.
But we do have a penalty marker on the far side of the field.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. That was well after the play. Let me see if I can go. But yeah, I mean, I think this would be an unsportsmanlike also. But
maybe
we'll
a little
see.
Celebration.
Yeah, no. I actually think probably complaining. Or something to, interjecting your opinions onto the field. But, that was a huge play by Turpin. When the ball went up, I knew he was looking deep. You could see he was just throwing it for a jump ball. And when I look out there and realize it was Turpin out there, that's a good feeling. It's one of your most experienced, has more catches than, has the most catches of anybody on this team. And he just makes an unbelievable play.
Daniel, he waited way too late to throw that. And when he did, he put way too much air under it. You're asking a guy like Patrick Turpin. That's but he's a talented guy.
But they had number 12 on this side of the field, Taylor, and they both just ran, just goes. They just took off. And, I could see him taking off. And Patrick Turpin was step for step with him the entire time. And Raymond was covered Taylor pretty good on the other side, too. So good job by the Eagles defense.
Vadrine in the shotgun. Turner's going to join him in the shotgun. 2 receivers to his right. Tight end to his left. And we've got a stoppage of play right now, waiting on the officials to get things together here.
I wonder if did they remove somebody from the sideline?
I don't know. But I will say this, the crew is in little to no hurry to get going.
Yeah, okay, they're getting in position now.
First down and 10 for the Eagles. Turner, a deep back. Behind Luke in the shotgun. 2 receivers to Luke's right. Good snap from center. Keep this one on the ground again with Turner. And again, tough running inside against that Ferriday Trojan defense.
Well,
gain of 1, maybe. Donnie's going to say 2, so it's going to bring up 2nd down and 8.
So I'm kind of wondering, David, if running the ball is the strategy, or if they're running the RPO and it's just not there. If Ferriday has done something to stop the throw on that RPO, like that slant that they hit Maddox with last week. And he's just being forced to give it to Jude when he has options.
2nd down, 8. The Dream. Going to lose a handle on the football. I don't know. It's a mad scramble for it. I don't know. It looks like it. Oh, my goodness. Whew.
Recovered. I shouldn't have said anything. Recovered by 29. Sheldon Holmes. But I'm going to go back to what I just said, because I think that he was trying to make a read. Jude thought he was going to keep it, and the ball just pops up at the mesh point. That's a disaster.
The interception, Daniel, happened a little while ago, happened in Eagle territory. This one is happening deep in Eagle territory. And Faraday's going to have an opportunity here to try and put some points on the board. Patrick Turpin comes up with a phenomenal turnover for the Eagle defense. We're going to lose a handle on that one. It's going to be 1st down and 10 for the Ferriday Trojans at the Eagle 13-yard line. They're going to keep this one on the ground with number 8. Again, that's Alexander. And Alexander is, man, he is tough to corral and tough to really square up, Daniel, and get a good shot on, as he's going to pick up 4 yards on the play, bring up 2nd down and 6. They'll put this at the Eagle 9.
Well, he doesn't look like a traditional running back. He looks like a receiver. He's kind of lean and tall, doing a good job with the ball in his hands.
Trojans are going to try the edge. This time they're going to get the block that they needed. And number 10 is Desmond Jefferson, and Jefferson will take it in for the touchdown and add to the Ferriday Trojan lead, which right now is 12-0. A lot of talented football players on this Trojan roster, and the Eagles, Dan, you're going to have to get things going. It looks like Ferriday will go for 2. I don't know that they really kicked many of them, Daniel, as they went for 2 on the first try for point. We'll do the same thing here.
Oh, and we're doing a late shift change.
Harris brings the Trojans to the line. And we're going to have a false start against Ferriday. You know, Daniel, he was trying to catch the Eagles, who were definitely behind the 8 ball, as you would say, and trying to get people in on a late substitution. But I think he got in too big a hurry to do it, and caught his guys getting ready for the snap. So in any case, it's going to back him up 5 yards. So now you'll be going for the try for 2 from the 7-yard line. And Harris will bring the Trojans to the line. Out of the shotgun, 2 receivers to his right.
I'd say watch the sweep again.
Alexander in the backfield. They're going to run a little double reverse here, and that's going to be a problem. What an unbelievable play that time.
Abram Parker.
He sniffed out that reverse. It was going nowhere.
Yeah, he's coming from the safety position there, gets upfield, and is able to shut the back door as they try to get Jefferson on the outside with that reverse. That's a play I saw on film they ran several times, and they've been successful with it too. So
try for points, no good.
Yep.
And the Ferriday Trojans are going to go up on the Ouachita Christian Eagles tonight, 12-0. 9 minutes and 36 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Stephen Fitzhugh Field, Eagle Stadium. Waiting for this Eagle offense to get going, Daniel. But when it does, and I still think it will, going to have a chance to win this football game, but they're digging a hole early against a very good football team in the Ferriday Trojans. They line up to kick this one. That's Jaden Hardaway. Tee it up at the 40-yard line. Deep for the Eagles, Gray and Turner. Low kick, but it's going to travel into the end zone. No return on that one as Hardaway. He didn't kick the first. He didn't kick the first one like that. As that thing had a little pop to it and travels into the end zone. No return. So the Eagles. We talked about what a weapon our kicker was at keeping us back and pinned, and here we go with theirs. Is the Eagles are going to start off here now, first down and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Hardaway with a good kick.
I think that's the first touchdown that we've had on kickoff return. Touchback we've had on kickoff return this year.
First down and 10 for the Eagles. Eagle offense trying to get this thing going. Luke Vadrine in the shotgun, 2 running backs with him in the gun, 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Vadrine calls for the football, gets a good snap, keeps this one on the ground, and that's Jude Turner, and Turner's going to make it back to the line of scrimmage and not much more. Gain of 2 yards on the play. Tough running inside tonight for this Ouachita Christian Eagle offense. Could be just a matter of time, could be feeling things out, and could be working on this Trojan defense. But they're sooner or later, Daniel, they're going to have to get something going.
I think our biggest play is a 12-yard run by Jude Turner tonight. I don't think we've had anything longer than that. And we thrive on the big play. So we're going to have to break one sooner or later to get in this game.
Second down and 8. Vadrine in the shotgun. Good snap from center. Looks downfield. He's got a little bit of pressure, pulls it down, and decides to run.
Ball's out.
And
oh, my goodness.
He takes a huge shot on the far sideline.
Yeah, he just gets leveled.
Gain of 3 yards on the play. Well, you don't ever have to worry about the toughness of our quarterback. Luke's one of those guys, Daniel, just consistently shows up and goes to work. He takes a big shot that time, and
he could use a little break after that one though. Before he gets back to work.
Oof.
Yeah, that was a tough hit. He tries to go to find some room on the outside and just picks the wrong door, and safety comes up and pops the ball loose. Luckily, we fell on it though.
Third down and 5. Picked up 3 yards on the run. Paid a price for it, but 3rd and 5. Vadrine at the Eagle 25-yard line. Got some pressure immediately. He's going to shake one man, has to set his feet and let it go. May have a receiver. That's Fitzhughes.
Unbelievable.
Max with a phenomenal catch at midfield.
My goodness.
I'll tell you what, as great a catch as that was, Maddox Fitzhughes goes up in high points. Probably the best catch I've seen Maddox make in his career.
No doubt about it.
29 yards, but I'm going to tell you what, you got to tip your hat to that young man down there playing quarterback for Ouachita Christian. Luke took a huge shot again, shook that one off, and man, what effort. Oh, I'll tell you what, that's just tough quarterback play right there from number 19, a senior quarterback, Luke Vadrine, as man makes something happen. Looking for a spark. Maybe the interception, well, that wasn't it. Maybe it's that play right there that gets this Eagle offense kicked into overdrive. First down and 10 for the Eagles now at the Ferriday 46-yard line. They keep this one on the ground with Gray. Gray's got some running room. He's across the 40, now inside the 35. Going to be just shy of the first down, it looks like. But, man, Donnie calls it 10 because it is. That's going to be enough for Community Pharmacy first down as Eli Gray finds a little running room. This Eagle offense needs to keep their foot on the gas. First and 10, ball at the Ferriday or at the Trojan 36-yard line. 2 running backs in the backfield with Vadrine. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Good snap. Luke looks to throw, and he tries to go back shoulder to Fitzhughes that time, Daniel. Pretty good coverage that time by the Trojans, as it looked like number 20, Junior Mackay, Junior Mackay Maxon, right there with him on the sideline.
Yeah, either ball came out a little early or Maddox pushed his route a little too far up the field. So that was just a timing issue. About a yard off of Luke threw it about a yard off where Maddox was. I don't know who was supposed to be a yard over, but somebody was.
2nd down and 10 for the Eagles. Ball at the Trojan 36. Again, Luke looks to throw. He sets up a screen. Great. Oh, my goodness.
I mean, the speed, we have not seen speed like this year.
That play couldn't have been set up better. It's going to be a gain of 2 yards. But man, Daniel's going to bring up 3rd down and long as, again, the Eagles set the play up perfect. You got a lot of rush and a lot of pressure. Usually a screen can be a nice solution to that, but instead, boy, it's just unable to get outside on that with the speed of this Trojan defense. 3rd down and 8. Big 3rd down, probably the biggest one of the game tonight for the Eagles, is they've got to find a way to get on the scoreboard. Ball at the Trojan 34-yard line. Vadrine in the shotgun. Trips to his right, one to his left. Luke this time has got a little bit of time.
Going for it again.
Going to throw this one underneath to Turpin. Turpin's across the 30, across the 25, and now we got a late flag.
Pass complete to number 0, Patrick Turpin. Tackle made by number 18.
It looks like that's typically thrown in the area of holding.
I think it's illegal man downfield after I looked at it. I didn't see holding, but it is holding.
I didn't quite get the call. I was looking at the monitor on the replay to see what we had. But if it's a spot foul, it's definitely going to be holding, as they'll mark it off 10 yards from the spot of the foul, and it'll bring up 3rd down and 11. Great throw that time. Great execution of the screen, Daniel. But
I think it's a great play call. We just haven't executed it yet. Really, all year. It's something that we've tried several times throughout the year, and we've had a couple, hit on it a couple times. But most of the time, something like that happens. It seems like.
3rd down and 11. Vadrine in the shotgun. Big play. Converted on 3rd and 8. Going to need 3rd and 11. Luke, again, with a little bit of time. He sets this one up, and that's going to be complete to Jude. Jude's got some running room. He's going to be inside the 30-yard line. And, Daniel, there's another penalty marker on the play.
My goodness.
On the far side of the field. Jude able to get this thing into a very manageable 4th and short. And already another penalty marker on the far side of the field. Be tough to see where this one goes from here. Again, thrown in the area where you would expect to see a hold on the outside, but instead, we're going to wave it off.
Yeah, so I think, again, I want to go back to what I just said. I think they were looking at legal man downfield, a legal receiver downfield, and they pick it up, decided he wasn't. It was pretty close. I just went back and looked. But.
Gain of 7 on the play, but now, man, it looked like Jude may have gotten a little more than that, but this is a huge 4th down, as it's going to bring up 4th down and 4, and the Eagles are going to take a timeout. All timeouts brought to you by the fine folks at Campbell House Attorneys at Law. Don't get played.
Hey, call Wade.
Call Wade. Always available for you. 318-855-0285. Again, that's 318-855-0285. Campbell and House Attorneys at Law. 5 minutes and 30 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Our second quarter sponsor, D&H Sporting Goods. 2 locations in Bastrop and Sterlington to serve you. Stop by D&H Sporting Goods for all your Ouachita Christian Eagle gear. Longtime supporters of Ouachita Christian Eagle Athletics, D&H Sporting Goods. And I got to tell you something, with 5 minutes and 30 seconds left to play here in the first half.
Hey, this is a big play.
The Eagles are trying to get on the scoreboard. They're trailing the Ferriday Trojans right now, 12-0. And Ferriday came to Monroe, Louisiana tonight to play football.
Hey, it's a 4th down right now, and you might consider trying to kick it here, but I like going for it on 4th and 4. In this field position especially.
This is a tone setter right here. Vadrine in the shotgun. He's got 2 running backs with him in the backfield. Maximum protection if they decide to throw for this one. Gray and Turner. Luke's going to call for the football. He gives this one to Jude. Jude's going to make one man miss. Now he's across the 30, the 20, inside the 10 before he's run out of bounds on the far side of the field. Turner does a great job of reversing field, getting upfield, and picking up the first down. Well inside the Washam Agency red zone, more than enough for a community pharmacy first down as Jude picks up 20 on the play, and that's going to bring up first down and goal for the Eagles at the 10-yard line of the Ferriday Trojans. Great run that time.
Huge.
From Jude Turner.
Huge run from Jude. Now I think that's his longest rush of the night, but couldn't come at a better time. Almost got stopped for no gain. Would have turned the ball over, but picks it up.
Offset eye backfield beside Luke. Turns, hands this one inside, and that time just huge penetration in the backfield. Almost waiting for Jude to get the handoff to make the play. It's going to be a loss of 3 yards on the play, and the Eagles are going to go backwards on first down. So it's going to be second and goal from the 13-yard line. 4 minutes and 38 seconds left to play here in the first half. Ouachita Christian trailing right now 12-0. Deepest penetration of the night for the Eagles, and Daniel, you almost get a feeling they've got to score here.
Yeah, yes.
Second down and goal from the 13. Vadrine in the shotgun, an offset eye backfield beside him in the shotgun. Going to send Turpin in motion across the formation. Looks to throw, rolls, got a man, and that's going to be incomplete. Fantastic coverage that time by number 14. Looked like maybe had a couple of options out there that time, Daniel, and just unfortunately throws that one underneath. And great coverage that time by Ferriday underneath.
Yeah, you had Traxler. They just tried to give Luke levels there. Had 3 crossing routes. Looked like a miscommunication, and they doubled Eli Gray, and that's who Luke tries to go through. There's no chance that he's going to get that ball there. And if he does, Eli's not going to be able to do anything with it. So now, what do we got, third and goal?
Third down and goal from the 13-yard line of the Trojans. 4 minutes left to play here in the second quarter.
I do want to say, Ridge coach, you see him on the sideline. It'd be nice to have him in the game right now. He's got him. Yes.
Fantastic throw that time as Vadrine going to find his receiver in the corner of the end zone, Daniel, and a really, really well thrown football that time to Jude Turner as the Eagles are going to try and put some more points on the board. That touchdown brought to you by Trinity Diamonds Direct.
Yeah, they split Jude out wide and kind of in the slot there.
Somebody's got to cover him.
Somebody's got to cover him. I mean, you see him out there, you're like, hey, that's their running back. And so they got Eli in the backfield, and he just kind of backpedals slowly.
Point attempt. Snap, and the hold, and the kick is good. As Gavin's going to add some points. And the Eagles, right now, Daniel, are going to need every one of them as they find themselves in a football game. As Gavin's extra point attempt brought to you by Jim Taylor Buick GMC. All extra points brought to you by Jim Taylor Buick GMC. Found a little something. Finally. I think the worst thing, Daniel, we could have right here is Ferriday to put some more points on the board.
Oh, well, you never know what kind of tricks our special teams unit has up their sleeve.
You never do.
You never know.
You never know. And you never know what that guy that's fixing to kick this thing's going to do. Hey, could be a squib, could be a bomb. I think he's actually going to be kicking kicking left to right this time.
You don't see that void right there in the middle of the field where he's going to try to roll it and race to him?
Well, that's cleanly caught.
Yep.
Now, the only issue I've got with that is that's kind of a little bit of a gamble, because if you get it, great. If you don't, you just gave the football to Ferriday at their own 44-yard line.
Yeah, it's essentially a failed onside kick, but, I'm okay with taking the risk there, but honestly, because we can make extra points. And so Ferriday scored, and they've got 12 points. I mean, if we score a touchdown, we don't have to do anything. We can take the lead. So
absolutely.
Those are big points. Those 1 points are big.
All right, so here we go. First down and 10 for this Eagle defense. Daniel, they've already come up with one turnover.
Yeah.
Maybe we need to come up with another one.
Hold on to it.
They're going to keep this one on the ground with Alexander.
Oh, really nice tackle. I think that maybe tracked.
Gain of 2 yards on the play that's probably one of the shortest runs of the night for Alexander as the Eagle defense hems him up. Gain of 2. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 8 for Ferriday. Clock running with 3:41 left to play here in the second quarter. Ferriday 12, Ouachita Christian 7. Ball's on the ground. A little miscommunication there, Daniel, but you know what? That is going to be a huge mistake for the Ferriday Trojans, as that's going to back them up now, way behind the chains. Loss of 10 yards on the play, and it's going to bring up something like, I don't know, 3rd and 23 or so. Donnie's going to say 3rd and 18. Now, you and I both know Jace Harris can pick up that 13 yards with a flick of his wrist. And the Trojans have the horsepower to get it done. But we also have a rush in that we hadn't heard from tonight.
Yep, I know. I know you got to expect him to make an impact. I mean, Brock Abels is there in the middle. He's had a pretty good game, made a couple tackles. Waller, we want to hear from Waller or Desai Bradshaw right here.
Well, it looks like the Trojans are going to let the play clock wind all the way down before they take a timeout. All timeouts brought to you by the folks at Campbell and House Attorneys at Law. Don't get played.
Call away.
318-855-0285. Let's go down to the sideline and check in with Mike Gray in Marion State Bank. Sideline report. How you doing, Mike?
Well, I'm watching them when we're on offense. Obviously, with speed on the defense, we're going to have to go north-south a lot. And they've gone to a cover one. I think that the out routes, the sluggos, the curls, and things like that could be open in the second half if they stay in that cover one. Ferriday right now, they're just pulling a couple of guys off the line and having a lead blocker for a running back. It's pretty much basic football. We've just got to be able to split that, or, our lineman's going to have to get in the pulling guard's hip pocket and just go.
Thanks a lot, Mike. Mike Gray with the Marion State Bank sideline report. 3rd down and 18.
This is pin your ears back time.
Harris in the shotgun.
And disaster.
It's going to be an incomplete pass.
Yep.
But it's going to bring up 4th down and forever for Ferriday. And it looks like the Eagles, Daniel, with 2 minutes and 31 seconds left to play here in the first half, are going to get a chance to try to tie this football game or take the lead.
That's a fumble. That should be a fumble. That was a reverse pass. I just watched the replay. It should be our ball right there. Oh, well.
But you know what? We're going to get the football
We're
anyway.
going to get the football, and we get a chance to watch Jude here maybe.
Well, this is going to be Mr. Turpin.
Oh, it is Turpin. You're right. Good to see him back there again. I mean, nothing wrong with Jude at all. But
and I don't know what's going on here, but okay. Well, maybe the clock operator didn't think it was incomplete either, Daniel.
Well, he and I are both right. So no, actually we're wrong, because this is going to be an incomplete pass and we're about to punt.
That's right. Let's go down to the silent check with Mike Gray. Mike, what you got?
Hey, that was a backwards pass.
Definitely.
I was standing right in line with the quarterback. It was clearly a yard. The running back was clearly a yard behind it. And it should have never been called by the white hat who was behind it. But, yes, the clock started too soon for sure.
Thanks a lot, Mike. Mike Gray with the Marion State Bank sideline report. Turpin will stand at the 35. Nice punt. Turpin's going to field it cleanly and be hit and dropped immediately. But you know what, Daniel? I mean, he didn't get this huge roll that pinned us back deep. I mean, Patrick does a great job of coming up, securing the football. And now the Eagles are going to have, that's what you're looking for, pretty good field position to run the 2-minute drill. As the punt covers, looks like 25 yards, no return. 1st down and 10, Ouachita Christian.
It was a low punt, so Patrick didn't even have time to call a fair catch. So he catches it in traffic, and as soon as he catches it, he gets brought down. But really good job.
1st down and 10 for the Eagles. Luke Vadrine in the shotgun. Turner's going to join him in the gun. 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Luke calls for the football, and he's got it. Now he's got a little bit of time. Put some air into this one. Caught by Turpin. Turpin's going to have more than enough for a community pharmacy 1st down. He threw that one a little high that time, Daniel, but just right there in the range of where Turpin can go up and easily come down with the football. And one thing that you get to see from that is Patrick Turner, I'm telling you, as a guy that really appreciates receiving like that, I mean, he catches the football with his hands.
He does. And he had to throw it, he kind of put a little loft on it because he had to throw it over a defender. He had to drop it in a bucket there.
First down and 10. Again, Luke looks to throw. Again, puts some air into this one, and that one is going to be a little bit behind his receiver. That time he was looking for Gray. It looked like instead of leading him upfield, Daniel, he kind of threw it flat and backwards, so it is going to bring up second down and 10 with the incompletion, but the Eagles, again, with good field position, and they find themselves with the football. Second down and 10 at midfield. Minute 55 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. And, you know, you'd love to see the Eagles be able to punch this in for a touchdown, but you also have got a guy on the sideline that could get you 3 here with just a little bit more. Vadrine in the gun. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Gray joins him in the shotgun. Good snap from center. Luke's got a little bit of time. Now he's feeling some pressure. He's going to unload this one. Now we're going to have penalty markers on the play.
Yeah.
And it probably, I'm going to say this time, it's got to be a defensive holding down the field. But I don't know.
Well, yeah. I mean, the ball was – Luke drops way back. He's 15 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Oh,
I
so
thought
you
there
think
was
we're going to get hit with illegal downfield?
No, behind the line of scrimmage. So I thought it was holding in the backfield, but the flag's 15 yards up the field, so he didn't hit us with the holding.
Well, we'll have to wait and see.
Back there.
And so we got holding is definitely the call, but we don't know it's going to go against the Eagles. That's going to be a huge penalty.
Oh, yeah. Good gracious. We are way downfield. I mean, yeah. Well.
All right, so we're going to be looking
holding on. There's nobody in the area where the flag was thrown.
Yeah, it's going to be second down and 20. Some of those holding calls, Daniel, can be a killer.
Yeah.
Vadrine in the shotgun. Well, I say a killer, drive killer. Second down and 20. Vadrine in the gun. Gray joins him in the gun. 4 receivers, part of the set. Luke gets a good snap from center. Steps up in the pocket. Now he's going to have to run this one, and he is going to be sacked.
Good gravy.
Number 12.
Robert Taylor.
For the Trojans is going to close in, and he's going to bring Luke down from behind. Luke under a lot of pressure, Daniel. This Trojan defense is getting after him.
Well, we tried to go to the
Trojans
sidelines.
are going to take that time out to try and get their hands on the football.
Yeah, we tried to go to the sidelines for the first 2 plays of this drive, and it kind of worked. But anytime you're like you kind of bunch in tight and you run routes, you know the divides and the comebacks, those take a little bit of time. And right now, Luke is not guaranteed to have enough time for those routes to develop. And right there, Robert Taylor and number 0, Marvin Davis, come from each side and flush him out, and he can't escape from it. He can't throw the ball. There's nothing that he can do. So they're coming really hard from the edges here, and they're about to do it again.
Third down.
So
and 20.
Yeah, so we got to see some type of screen here or something.
For the Eagles. Luke will line up in the shotgun, send 3 receivers, trips left. Maddox Fitzhugh to his right. Jude Turner will join him in the shotgun. And Luke will call for the football. Big play here for the Eagles on 3rd and 20. Good snap from center. Luke's got some time, throws this one out in the flat. That's going to be complete. Looks like, looks like number 14 for the Eagles. That's Luke Edwards. Edwards is going to pick up 3 yards, nowhere near what we need for a first down. And I think the Eagles are going to have to punt this football. But
we get the ball.
But our punter.
Yeah.
He can be sneaky.
He's got a toolbox. He's going out there with his toolbox.
He can be sneaky. I did notice one thing last time. He was kind of checking out how they handled our gunners.
Yeah.
And just so the viewers know, I mean, if he throws a 30-yard bomb right here, it will not surprise me in the least bit. Gavin, he's got a great leg, but he can also throw the football a mile.
Oh, you better kick it.
He is going to kick that.
Oh, that's
my
beauty.
Goodness. Nose is going to turn over. Good gravy.
I mean,
this guy's a football player, isn't he?
I mean, how do you teach somebody to punt? I mean, like, isn't that what you want them to do? Is get that thing to nose down and just take off?
It turned over for him. Got a beautiful bounce, rolled out of bounds, and now you're pinning the Trojans deep here with 40 seconds.
Are they inside the 10? No,
no, just right around there. It's a 46-yard punt. So he's 40 yards, 46 yards with no return of either one, keeping the Trojan special teams from making another big play. First down and 10. Jace Harris and the Trojans. Harris is going to turn and keep this one on the ground to Zion Alexander. That time Alexander's not going to make it back to the line of scrimmage. He's going to lose yardage, as a matter of fact. Daniel, he's going to lose 6 yards, and the Eagles are going to burn a timeout. I don't know if we got enough. I don't know if we have enough timeouts to get our hands back on the football with only 30 seconds left to play in the second quarter.
Yeah, the only thing I can think is they're trying to force them to put the ball in the air, which is rolling the dice, as you might say, but to force a mistake. But it can also backfire a little bit with their type of speed.
I don't. For whatever reason, I just got a feeling that Faraday's going to be content to go into the house with a 12-7 lead. I don't think they're going to try for anything here. I don't think so at all. I really don't. But I mean, hey, stranger things have happened.
Well, you do. I was thinking about it. I mean, give Ferriday a little bit of credit, not just in the way that they've played, but for winning the coin toss, taking the ball, getting the lead, and holding the lead. Up to this point with 30 seconds to go in the first half.
You never know. I would look to see the Trojans maybe take 2 knees here and go in at half, but instead, Harris is going to be lined up in the end zone in a shotgun. Good snap from center. They do keep this one on the ground with Alexander. And
He calls the second one. I think this is his last one.
In all fairness, I mean, that's going to pretty much be the half.
Well, here's what.
Gain of 4 on the play.
Yeah, they've got one more. They're probably going to run it. I think that's our third one that we've used. I don't think we have any more. And I mean, in the back of his mind, I'm thinking, maybe it's like I can get him to kick, and we can get the fair catch and get the free kick.
Well, yeah. Well, let's go down to the sideline, check in with Mike Gray, Marion State Bank sideline report. How you doing, Mike?
Well, I think the thinking is at this point, they're so close to the end zone that if we make them snap it, there's a chance they'll fumble it, or something can happen where we can get one free play with a few seconds left on the clock. So I think going in that, I mean, we've only given up points on mistakes tonight with the fumble in the red zone and the kickoff return.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Mike. Mike Gray with the Marion State Bank sideline report. Only 23 seconds on the clock. They'll have a full play clock if they just take a knee right here, and that's the half. Ouachita Christian's going to go in, Daniel, for the first time this season, at least that I can remember, trailing at halftime to the Ferriday Trojans, 12-7.
Hey, been a great half right here. I mean, some big plays, turnovers for each team. A couple good licks. I mean, these teams came here to play ball. Hey, I do want to say thanks to the Toledo Tackle Shop for sponsoring our Week 9 game here at OCS. Thanks to Toledo Tackle Shop for joining the the OCS sports marketing program and supporting all the athletics here at Ouachita Christian School. Toledo Tackle and Bait Shop.
Thank you to Toledo Tackle and Bait Shop. We appreciate your support of Ouachita Christian Eagle Athletics. Folks, I got to tell you something. I think we're in for a phenomenal second half of football. This is going to be...
Been a while since we've seen something like this, hasn't it?
It's been a while since we've seen the Eagles trail at halftime. Yep. I'd say it's been a long while, probably dating back to maybe in New Orleans.
2024.
Yeah. So, anyway, look, I think it's going to be a great half. I know Daniel's got some stats, some numbers, some scores from around the area. We're going to take a quick break here at Ouachita Christian. Fitzhugh Field is looks like we got some of the team members from the 2000 team coming to make their way out as they honor the 2000 state championship team here at Ouachita Christian. You're listening to Ouachita Christian Eagle football on the Ouachita Christian Sports Network.
Always uplifting worship and Ouachita Christian School varsity football games. KBYO, Farmerville, Ruston, Monroe is the all-new Power 92.7. And now, back to OCS football.
Hi, I'm Dustin Balance with Ludwig Marine. We have 2 locations to serve you, one on Darbone Lake in Farmerville and one right here on 165 North in Monroe. Come by and check us out. We have the best brands on the market: Phoenix Bass boats, Weldcraft aluminum boats, and your gator tail duck boat needs. Give us a call today at 318-545-5595 or check us out on the web at www.ludwig-marine.com. Mitch Ludwig and the Ludwig Marine crew would like to say, go Eagles.
Dreyer Contracting has been walked on and driven on all over town for 5 decades. Dreyer Contracting has been serving our community for over 50 years. That's a lot of asphalt, surface treatments, hot mix, parking lots, driveways, asphalt maintenance, dozer work, and crushed stone. You can walk and drive on us with confidence. Call 281-2242. Dreyer Contracting in Bastrop. Trinity Diamonds Direct, 201 Blanchard Street in West Monroe. Wholesale jewelry with integrity. They provide honest, professional experience while offering stunning diamonds and fine jewelry at or below wholesale prices. And we do custom pieces by appointment. Engagement rings, tennis bracelets, pearls, earrings, necklaces, gemstones, loose diamonds, and jewelry repairs. Trinity Diamonds Direct, 201 Blanchard Street in West Monroe.
There's no better time to get rid of those glasses or contacts. Now with the latest in LASIK, all laser eye LASIK, safe and ultra precise. Call for a free evaluation. 318-32-LASER, 318-32-LASER.
Make the high humble decision for your LASIK care and clear vision.
Are you tired of pushing through the pain? Do you struggle day in and day out with simple tasks? Are you ready for change? If so, call Louisiana Pain Care. At Louisiana Pain Care, our doctors are board certified and fellowship trained to target the source of your pain and help you manage it. Visit lapaincare.com for more information and to schedule your appointment. Louisiana Pain Care, your spine care experts.
Mom, what do you do at work?
Well, I help families just like ours feel safe and protected.
So kind of like superheroes.
Exactly. Whether it's your car, home, or even life insurance, I make sure families are covered when they need it the most.
So you're kind of like our superhero.
That's right. I'm Ashton Halterman, your local shelter insurance agent. Call me today and let's protect what matters most, your family.
Shelter insurance for your auto, home, and life. Call my mom, Ashton Halterman, at 318-343-3582 or stop by the office at 100 North Park Drive in Monroe.
Here's the deal. When you combine State Farm Home and Auto Insurance, you save an average of $889. State Farm agent Ron Bush is ready to help you combine home and auto and save with 2 locations to serve you in Bastrop and Sterlington. Call 318-388-4663 today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Average annual per household savings based on a 2019 national survey by State Farm of new policyholders who reported savings by switching to State Farm.
When lights go out on game night, what matters most is family, trust, and community. At Jim Taylor Buick GMC, that's who we are. We've been serving Northeast Louisiana for more than 2 decades. With certified technicians, service after the sale, and relationships that last long after you drive off the lot.
Visit us online at jimtaylorbuickgmc.com or in Monroe, where we are professional grade, and we never stop working for you.
Trying to decide where to eat tonight? Join us at J. Papa's Restaurant and Market, your neighborhood spot for lunch and dinner located on the Ouachita River at 2538 River Landing in Monroe. We're open Monday to Wednesday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m., and Thursday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. Come by today and try one of our great steaks, seafood, or specialty pizzas. And start your meal with one of our many appetizers from duck wraps to char-grilled oysters. Bring the whole family and enjoy your meal inside our beautiful dining room or on our deck overlooking the levee. J. Papa's is a proud supporter of the OCS Eagles.
There's no better time to get rid of those glasses or contacts. Now with the latest in LASIK, all laser eye LASIK, safe and ultra precise. Call for a free evaluation. 318-32-LASER, 318-32-LASER.
Make the high humble decision for your LASIK care and clear vision.
Hi, I'm Dustin Balance with Ludwig Marine. We have 2 locations to serve you, one on Darbone Lake in Farmerville and one right here on 165 North in Monroe. Come by and check us out. We have the best brands on the market: Phoenix Bass boats, Weldcraft aluminum boats, and your gator tail duck boat needs. Give us a call today at 318-545-5595 or check us out on the web at www.ludwig-marine.com. Mitch Ludwig and the Ludwig Marine crew would like to say, go Eagles.
Trinity Diamonds Direct, 201 Blanchard Street in West Monroe. Wholesale jewelry with integrity. They provide honest, professional experience while offering stunning diamonds and fine jewelry at or below wholesale prices. And we do custom pieces by appointment. Engagement rings, tennis bracelets, pearls, earrings, necklaces, gemstones, loose diamonds, and jewelry repairs. Trinity Diamonds Direct, 201 Blanchard Street in West Monroe.
Mom, what do you do at work?
Well, I help families just like ours feel safe and protected.
So kind of like superheroes.
Exactly. Whether it's your car, home, or even life insurance, I make sure families are covered when they need it the most.
So you're kind of like our superhero.
That's right. I'm Ashton Halterman, your local shelter insurance agent. Call me today and let's protect what matters most, your family.
Shelter insurance for your auto, home, and life. Call my mom, Ashton Halterman, at 318-343-3582 or stop by the office at 100 North Park Drive in Monroe.
84 weeks ago, with precisely 2 likes at the Rio Sarah Pascal, posted at McDonald's. Stop pretending like you don't see our snack wrap comments. It hurts. You thought they didn't see your comments? Petitions and posts? The DMs for 9 straight years? Those comments are the reason this exists. Snack wrap is back.
There's no better time to get rid of those glasses or contacts. Now with the latest in LASIK, all laser eye LASIK, safe and ultra precise. Call for a free evaluation. 318-32-LASER, 318-32-LASER.
Make the high humble decision for your LASIK care and clear vision.
Hi, I'm Dustin Balance with Ludwig Marine. We have 2 locations to serve you, one on Darbone Lake in Farmerville and one right here on 165 North in Monroe. Come by and check us out. We have the best brands on the market: Phoenix Bass boats, Weldcraft aluminum boats, and your gator tail duck boat needs. Give us a call today at 318-545-5595 or check us out on the web at www.ludwig-marine.com. Mitch Ludwig and the Ludwig Marine crew would like to say, go Eagles.
Trinity Diamonds Direct, 201 Blanchard Street in West Monroe. Wholesale jewelry with integrity. They provide honest, professional experience while offering stunning diamonds and fine jewelry at or below wholesale prices. And we do custom pieces by appointment. Engagement rings, tennis bracelets, pearls, earrings, necklaces, gemstones, loose diamonds, and jewelry repairs. Trinity Diamonds Direct, 201 Blanchard Street in West Monroe.
Mom, what do you do at work?
Well, I help families just like ours feel safe and protected.
So kind of like superheroes.
Exactly. Whether it's your car, home, or even life insurance, I make sure families are covered when they need it the most.
So you're kind of like our superhero.
That's right. I'm Ashton Halterman, your local shelter insurance agent. Call me today and let's protect what matters most, your family.
Shelter insurance for your auto, home, and life. Call my mom, Ashton Halterman, at 318-343-3582 or stop by the office.
Here at Eagle Stadium, Fitzhugh Field. Clock is winding down. We've got about 10 minutes left before halftime. You're here for our Sterlington Physical Therapy halftime show as the Trojan band and color guard are on the field right now, and they are dressed up for the holiday. Several different costumes. I see a Ninja Turtle out there, and looks like the Grinch. Anyway, they're doing a good job out there on the field. I've got a couple stats to go over. The first half of this game was it was an entertaining one we hadn't seen. This Eagle team has not seen in quite a while. Not just trailing at halftime, but to be locked up in a ball game going into the half. So halftime will be a little bit different for the Eagles tonight than it has been all year. And they trail 12-7 to the Ferriday Trojans, who traveled to Monroe tonight and won the toss. Elected to receive the ball, and about 8 seconds after they received the ball, maybe 9 seconds, Marquez Washington caps off the return in the end zone to take an early 6-0 lead. We get into the second quarter. Ferriday gets the ball and scores. I think that was after the interception, after a Luke Vadrine interception. Ferriday puts points on the board. Then the Eagles get stopped, and Ferriday gets the ball, tries to go deep, and Patrick Turpin intercepts it. And 2 plays later, Jude Turner fumbles it right back. And, we end up getting the ball back and after a couple penalties, and Jude Turner scores a receiving touchdown. Jude has had a tough time going on the ground. 13 carries, 58 yards. He does have the 2 catches for 20 yards and the lone TD for the Eagles. Luke Vadrine, 7 of 14, 66, 1 touchdown and 1 interception. 4 carries for 22 yards. That one touchdown was that one to Jude Turner. And I guess if I had to sum up Luke Vadrine's first half, I imagine painful would be a word that I would throw in there somewhere. He took several licks. This Ferriday defensive line is getting to him, getting home. He has not been sacked. He has not recorded a sack, but he's had a tough time pushing the ball down the field, finding time to let his routes develop. We have 12. OCS has 12 first downs in the first half compared to Ferriday's 6. Mitch and Jude Turner and Luke Vadrine, I think they're the only Eagles to carry the ball. I think Eli Gray has a catch, but averaging 3.5. Averaging. I have it written down. Per carry. Well, maybe I don't have it down, but it's not much. Both teams are less than. Faraday's over 4 yards a carry in the first half. OCS is under 4 yards a carry in the first half. Oh, yeah, there it is. 3.1 yards a carry for the Eagles, 4.4 for the Trojans. Not much in the passing game. Jace Harris, one of 7. One of 6 for 17 yards. And that was a pass completed to Marquez Washington for 17 yards. Xylon Alexander, 9 carries, 54 yards, and a touchdown for the Trojans. So that pretty much does it for the stats. It has been a really defensive first half. A couple of mistakes in here and there, but the defenses came to play. I also was able to look up a couple games, local games. Give you an update. These are at or near halftime. Ash is ahead of Ouachita Parish Lions 14-7. Neville's ahead of West Monroe at half 14-12. Franklin Parish leads Wasserman 26-6. Sterlington up 28-0 on Carroll. St. Fred 14. General Trask 12. Caldwell played last night, lost to Gina 46-6. And Richwood beat Bastrop last night 36-6 as well. And the Delhi Bears are down 7-0 to Pensacola Catholic. In our district, Delhi Charter's got a 30-12 lead on Beekman. Oak Grove's up 42-0 on Madison. And Mangum and Rabel are tied at 8 early in the second quarter. So we got a couple games going on. And there's not really anything else of note. There's one game of note going on in our division with Sacred Heart traveling to Catholic Point Capee. Right now, Catholic Point Capee leads that game 36-24. Point Capee currently sits at number 4, Sacred Heart at number 14, and the power ratings, which will come into play in the coming days. And so it looks like we've got about 5 minutes to go till halftime, 5 minutes to go. We're going to take a short break. I want to thank Sterlington Physical Therapy for sponsoring our halftime show. I also want to thank Ashton Halterman, shelter agent Ashton Halterman, for supporting our in-game scoreboard update, so we can look and bring you guys the scores if you're not able to see them for yourselves. So several good games in the area going on. Not so many in Division 4 Select this week, but hey, we got a great game going on right here. So come back and join us for the kickoff of the second half. You're listening to Ouachita Christian Eagle football on the OCS Sports Network. Yeah.
So thanking everybody that sponsors this thing and thanking for what a great halftime. Hey, how about that Ferriday band?
The costumes.
come on, man.
Yeah.
I tell you, they rocked the entire halftime in costumes, everything. I thought her little baby shark out there.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I tell you what, and I'll tell you this. Just everybody that's listening, last year when we made the trip over to Ferriday, fantastic football game, and I didn't forget, but I just didn't remember just how pleasant and how well we were treated, right?
Yeah, we made friends.
Well, guess what? Those guys are here tonight.
All right,
And,
all right.
I got to shake hands and talk, and I did tell them, like, look, you don't have to play that good in the second half. You know, we could maybe take it easy. But I'm just telling you, folks. I mean, the folks in Ferriday made us. I mean, they couldn't have been kinder, couldn't have been nicer, and they're here at Fitzhugh Field, Eagles Stadium tonight, and hopefully we can do the same for them and return the hospitality we were shown. And man, I mean, you just talk about a fun group of folks here doing the radio for the Ferriday Trojans tonight.
Hey, they are welcome here. That band can stay out there as long as they want.
Man.
You know, I mean, you're welcome to. I'm sure Gavin may just kick right over your heads out there, but. He's actually had a good night punting the ball too. He's had two good punts.
Night.
Yeah,
Holy
great,
smokes,
fantastic.
Man. And that's the thing. Everybody gets to see him kick, and you and I have seen him kick, but you and I have also seen him punt. Like right now, it looks like he's launching rockets out there.
Oh, he is. And when everybody has a good kicker, it's not. You're like, okay. But when you have a good kicker and you haven't played anybody else with a good kicker, you see the advantage that it gives you. And honestly, that's what I've thought about a lot this week is the field position that Gavin Polk's thunderleg, as you call it, sets our offense up with, or our defense. And he's done that twice tonight, pinned them deep inside their own territory. Tonight.
That last punt was unbelievable.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, if you do you spot Ferriday the football around the 30 or so? Instead, I mean, they're looking at what was it? I mean, it completely changed the way they approached that.
13-yard line.
Yeah, and they had about 45, 48 seconds to try and put something together. Instead, they're like, "There's no way we're going to do this."
Well, I also wanted to bring up last year, if you remember when we made the road trip to Ferriday, Drew Turner became a local legend after the game he had against the Trojans in the second half. You remember we stopped and those guys were like, "Hey, who's that number 5?" Or actually, it was 32 at the time. Yeah.
Oh, they asked me about him tonight.
Oh, yeah. That's him. So I say that to say I'm hoping we see that kind of second half from Mr. Turner again tonight.
Okay, so one thing that you and I have to, and everybody that's listening to us knows before we even say it, all right? And because you don't just pick up and go, "Oh, what's what?" Ouachita Christian, and I'm biased. This is where I went to school. This is a school I love, and this football team. But having said all of that, I'm also, realistic. And I will tell you this. We've watched a lot of teams. You and I, we love high school football. We watch everybody around here. And I'll tell you this. I'm not going to say there's nobody better, or I'm not going to say there's not anybody as good, but nobody's a lot better at making halftime adjustments than Stephen Fitzhugh and this staff here at Ouachita Christian. And I'll tell you another reason why, because they've been together for about 30 years, maybe.
Yeah.
And some of them maybe even longer than that, but they know each other, and they know what these young guys can and can't do. And, I mean, we've seen it countless times in doing these games for the last 15, 18 years, however long it's been now. This football team makes adjustments, and I can tell you, I was in the locker room, and defensively, there's some things that Faraday's doing to us that we can change, but it's hard to do during the middle of the game.
Yeah.
But in the second half, it's something that they're gonna work towards being able to work around, and again, it's just one of those things. Let's go down to the sideline, check in with Mike Gray at Marion State Bank sideline report. Mike, you've been around this football team and this program for a long time as well, and I'm just telling you, Stephen and his staff, Coach Fitzhugh and his staff have they do a really good job at figuring things out at halftime.
They do, and I was watching a little bit of the iPad in there at halftime, and some of the adjustments they're making on the line, I think is going to pay off this half. We've got to. It just seems like one guy on the defense is, busting through. We're missing one key block here and there that's really cost us, and we're not able to hit that hole hard enough. It's we're running a zone read option, and. It looks like we're trying to go inside, but they're running their ends up the field so far that we're kind of having to cut it back inside where the teeth of the defense are. And also, I don't. Gavin, we talk about Thunderleg, but I think he's got a little toe issue that's keeping him from being able to kick this into the end zone. If you notice the last week or two, he hadn't been able to do that. So I think that's probably, and the onside kick, I think was supposed to be a sky kick that was supposed to go another 5 or 10 yards. I think it was just off the side of his foot or something, but. We've got, like you say, we've got a lot of adjustments made at halftime. We get the ball, so I think we come out, we score here, and I think we'll be good.
Thanks a lot, Mike. Mike Gray with the Marion State Bank sideline report. The Eagles did lose the coin toss tonight, but the Trojans elected to receive and were able to get their hands on the football first. And pretty much since the opening kick have led in this football game. They go up 6-0, go up 12-0. The Eagles put one on the board early in the second quarter to make the score now 12-7. Ferriday is going to get the second half of this football game underway. And Faraday's kicker has done nothing but, well, he's had a really good night kicking the football so far.
Yeah, touchback.
That's number 2, Jaden Hardaway. Now this time Hardaway is not going to get as good a kick, and that's going to be fielded cleanly by one of the up men for the Eagles. That looks like Tristan Raymond. Well, actually, yeah, there it is, Tristan Raymond. Tristan always does a good job too, Daniel, catching the kick, getting it upfield, north and south, picking up what he can. He picks up 15 yards, and the Eagles are going to start off with excellent field position to start their opening drive here in the second half.
Yeah, you like to see that from your younger players. He's a sophomore. He does have a good bit of experience because he played last year. I think he started some. But, don't try to be the hero on the kickoff. Just try to set your offense up in a good spot, and that's what he did right here.
Badrine goes to work. First down and 10 for the Eagles. Ball at their own 32-yard line. 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Turner's going to join him, and so is Gray. They keep this one on the ground to Jude, and Jude with a nice run.
Yep. He had a hole that time.
A nice crease on the left side of that Eagle offensive line, a gain of 6 yards on the play. Going to bring up second down and 4. 11 minutes and 35 seconds left to play here in the third quarter. Eagles trailing Ferriday 12-7. Luke Badrine in the shotgun, 3 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Good snap from center. Keeps this one on the ground. Jude again with some running room. Now he's across the 40. Now he's across the 50. Now he's across the 45. Jude Turner showing some of the home folks some of what we've seen all season. Second, third effort, patient runs. Jude doing a great job that time of getting north and south and picking up big chunks of yardage for the Eagles. More than enough for a community pharmacy first down, gain of 15 yards on the play. First and 10 for the Eagles.
A little tempo, too.
Ball at the Trojan 46-yard line. Badrine in the shotgun, an offset eye backfield. Pulls this one down. Quick throw to Turpin. Turpin's across the 40, across the 35 before he's upended. And again, enough for another community pharmacy first down. A gain of 11 yards on the play as the Eagles rolling with tempo here to get the second half underway.
You mentioned the adjustments, and it looks like they're apparent right now, the holes that are opening up for our running backs, the time that Luke's getting with those quick routes. This is a good-looking drive that the Eagles have.
Daniel, he almost threw that ball as soon as he caught it.
That's that RPO. I love that play, as long, especially if it's quick, just like it was on that play we saw Maddox Fitzhugh. I mentioned it earlier. That's what he scored on last week.
First down and 10 for the Eagles. Another pull down. There it is again, underneath to Turpin. Turpin with a nice catch. Gain of 5 yards on the play.
Yeah, and if you're a quarterback, it's really easy to make a 4-yard throw compared to a 40-yard throw, and so he just puts it right in there. Good coverage, but it was just such a close throw that Luke was able to shove it right into his gut, and he held on to it.
The experience too of Turpin, knowing how to get open and knowing when to round that route off and get underneath.
Get that leverage.
Second down and 5 for the Eagles. An offset eye backfield beside Luke Badrine in the shotgun. Good snap from center. Gives this one to Jude, and Jude's going to go. He's going to go across the 20-yard line, across the 15-yard line before he's run out of bounds. It looks like they'll spot this one right at the 10. That's going to be well inside the Washam Agency red zone, as it looks like they'll put it at the 11. Going to be a gain of 19 yards on the play. First down, and, well, let's see. Daniel, it looks like they're going to set up the stick, so it must be right at the 11. Looks like we could pick up a first down at the 1. First down and 10 for the Eagles inside the Washam Agency red zone. At the Ferriday 11. Vadreen keeps this one on the ground to Turner. He's got some running room. He fights his way inside the 10, down to around the 5 before he's brought down. It looks like he's going to pick up 5 yards on the play. It's going to bring up second down and 5 at the 6-yard line.
Yeah, that was a good, tough run by Jude. Just finds a little crease and just sticks his head in there. Takes a pretty good hit. Tough run.
Got to finish this opening drive.
Finish it.
Vadreen in the shotgun. 3 receivers. Trips left. 1 right. Turner joins him in the shotgun. Hands this one to Jude. Jude's got some running room. He's inside the 5. Down to the 2. Touchdown! Washita Christian! Number 5. Jude Turner's going to take it in from 6 yards out. And he's going to give the Washita Christian Eagles, for the first time tonight, the lead in this football game, 13-12.
You couldn't have scripted a drive that you would like to see more than that drive the Eagles just put together right there. I mean, just give it to Jude. Just let him work his way down the field. Offensive line, including our blocking backs, Eli Gray, fantastic job on that
Quick,
drive.
manageable throws as well.
Yep.
Gavin Polk on to attempt the Jim Taylor Buick GMC extra point. Turpin to hold. Good snap. Good hold, and the kick is good. As the Washita Christian Eagles, for the first time tonight, are going to take the lead over Ferriday, 14-7. Let's go down to the sideline, check in with Mike Gray and a Marion State Bank sideline report. How we doing,
All
Mike?
right, so our normal center, Tate Kitchens, has been, he wasn't in there the first half. Micah Moser was the center, and we had a couple of subs in there. While we did make some adjustments on the blocking schemes on the line, they went ahead and said, Nick, our sports medicine guy said, Tate's good enough to go. Put him in there. So he was back in there on that drive at center and was able to move Micah back to guard. So it made a big difference, obviously.
Yeah, it looked good. I mean, we were able to kind of open it. You can see it from up here how Jude had the biggest holes that he's had all night tonight. So that was a good adjustment. It's good to see Tate
Yeah, they
healthy.
were trying to get back to the second level, the linebackers. They made a point of that. So even if they're coming, they've got it blocked.
Tee this one up at the 40-yard line. Gavin Polk going to put it in play. And that's a nice line drive, well, high kick. Going to be fielded this time around the 5. Eagle special teams coverage this time. Daniel going to do their job. Going to be inside the 20. Giving forward progress, though, and it looks like they'll mark it right at the 20-yard line. The Eagle special teams answers the bell. Return going to cover 13 yards for Ferriday.
Yeah, it was a good tackle by Cooper Thomas. We haven't said his name a whole lot just because it seems like everything's just a big pile. It's hard to identify him, but Cooper makes a good play on that kickoff right there.
So Ferriday for their first possession of the second half. And they're going to keep this one on the ground with number 8, Xylon Alexander. This time that Eagle defense is all over it. They sniffed it out early, Daniel, with penetration. It's going to be a loss of 3 yards on the play, bring up second and 13.
Yeah, well, they have 9 guys, like pretty much on the line of scrimmage as linemen, so they tried to bunch it up, but this Eagle defense is up to the challenge and just blows right through, gets a tackle for loss.
Trojans behind the sticks early on this drive. Second down and 13. Ball at their own 17-yard line. Trojans look to throw. Pressure by this Eagle defense. Ball out. There he is. Let's go. Washita Christian. You said you hadn't said Cooper Thomas' name tonight. Say it now. Number 44, Cooper Thomas, is going to scoop up that fumble and take it into the end zone. Eagles looking for some momentum. Just found it. The touchdown return is going to cover 7 yards, and the Eagles are going to take a 20-12 lead over Ferriday. Huge defensive play that time by this Eagle defense. Gavin Polk On to attempt the Jim Taylor Buick GMC extra point. That touchdown and all Eagle touchdowns brought to you by Trinity Diamonds Direct. Good snap, good hold, and that kick is good. Ouachita Christian 21, Ferriday 12.
Oh man, that was a huge play, and you could see Harris running around. He kind of had the ball like extended from his body, and I almost said fumble before he ever fumbled it because I knew it was about to happen. And so it's a huge play.
No, I mean, how crazy is it? Well, we just hadn't said Cooper Thomas's name much. He just, well, I'll tell you what, he showed up when he needed to.
That was definitely him right there. Yeah, yeah.
Oh my goodness! As Thomas takes that thing in from 6 yards out. And is going to give the Ouachita Christian Eagles a little bit of a cushion.
And much needed. And more than anything, it may just kind of, from a morale or emotional standpoint, you feel like, okay, we're over the hump now. Hey, let's roll, guys. And it looks like it's what they're doing because they are aggressive on defense. They got to Harris twice. On the two plays that they had a tackle for loss, and so they're starting to click right here, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully we can close it out.
Gavin's going to tee this one up at the 40-yard line. Jim Taylor Buick GMC kickoff. Trojans send a couple of dangerous deep men in number 21 Marquez Washington and number 10 Desmond Jefferson. Washington is going to field this one at the goal line. And he's going to try to find the edge, and he's not going to this time. The Eagles are going to hem him up.
Yeah.
Wow. Great special teams play by the Eagles kickoff coverage unit that time, Daniel. Gain of 15 yards on the return. But the Trojans are going to set up inside their 20. It looks like they'll put this football right about the 15-yard line.
Yeah, usually, we talk about, hey, on these kickoff returns, you just got to get right upfield. But we've seen what Washington can do if he gets to the edge.
I didn't say anything about him. I mean, because you want to say, you need to get north and south. Well,
no, but if he gets to the edge, that is north and south for him.
Most people do.
Yep.
You say, well, you're not that fast. Well, he is. Yeah.
And so when he has to stop and change directions, that gives the Eagles a chance to get that tackle.
Harris in the shotgun, and we're going to have some movement before the snap. And that's going to cost the Trojans 5 yards again. Going to start this drive behind the chains.
When it rains,
it's going to be first down.
It pours.
It's going to be first down and 15 for Ferriday. They move this back to the Trojan 10-yard line. 7 minutes and 34 seconds left to play here in the third quarter. Ouachita Christian 21, Ferriday 12. Daniel, make no mistake about it. A flick of the wrist, and this ball game can change.
I was just fixing to say the exact same thing. I said, hey, but that doesn't mean anything. I know we feel good about our last drive and getting that touchdown, but Ferriday hasn't given up yet. They haven't laid down yet.
Look at the two receivers on the outside right now, and you'll know why. The Trojans try to keep this one on the ground, and that's going to be number 8, Zylon Alexander. Alexander's going to have a nice run that time. He picks up 5 yards, but it's going to bring up second down and 10 as he gets the penalty yardage back as they put this one back at the 15-yard line.
I'm a bit perplexed because they have not put the ball in the air as much as I anticipated them putting the ball in the air tonight. I mean, they've ran the ball pretty consistently. I mean, he only had 6 passing attempts at half, 1 completion.
Harris brings the Trojans to the line of scrimmage. He's in the shotgun. 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Alexander joins him in the gun. He sends him in motion out of the backfield. Harris pulls this one down. And he is going to be met by a host of Eagle defenders. None of them with good intentions.
Landon Waller, man, what a season Landon Waller is having. I had a chance to talk with him on the coach's show. He gets back there, gets the sack, add to his total. He's starting to find himself in the record books of OCS football, but fantastic play by Landon.
Donnie's going to say a loss of 5 on the play. Man, it looks like 6, but it's going to be third down and 15, 16 for the Trojans. They're going in the wrong direction.
They are, and this is a dangerous spot to be in right here.
At the 10-yard line.
I think about just handing the ball off and conceding and just trying to get the ball out of the shadow of the goalpost, but we'll see what happens.
Harris in the gun. He's going to try to buy some time with his legs. He's going to make 1 Eagle defender miss, but not 2 or 3.
That was Eli Gray that just made that tackle.
A gain of 3 yards on the play. It's going to bring up 4th down and 12 for Ferriday, and it looks like they're going to punt this football. And they're going to punt it Yeah, they're going to punt it to a potentially dangerous return man and Patrick Turpin. And Turpin is going to stand already in Trojan territory with his heels or toes at the 40-yard line of Ferriday.
Yeah, and the Eagles are going to go after this one.
Eagles do come after it. But Turpin's going to get an opportunity to return this. He's across the 40. Going to make one man miss and going to be drugged down just inside the 40-yard line of the Ferriday Trojans. Again, Patrick doing a great job of getting under it, securing the football, and giving the Eagles an opportunity here. No roll on these punts, Daniel, as Patrick's getting under them and securing them, and it's going to give the Eagles great field position to start this drive. 28 yards on the punt, 5 yards on the return, so it's going to be 1st down and 10 for the Eagles already at the Trojan 34-yard line. 5 minutes, 15 seconds left to play here in the third quarter. Ouachita Christian 21, Ferriday 12. Luke Vadrine in the shotgun. 2 running backs beside him in the gun. 2 receivers to his right and 1 to his left. Luke gets a good snap from center. They keep this one on the ground, and that is a little reminiscent of the first half of play.
Yeah, that time that hole wasn't there. That was open on the last drive.
Back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Yep. Yeah, I've been impressed with the linebacker play of the Trojans tonight. They have a squad of linebackers, and they have some that they rotate in and out that have done a really good job.
2nd and 10 for the Eagles. Trojan 34-yard line. Good snap from center. Looks quick. Throws that one to Turpin right underneath. And that's going to be a nice gain on the play, Daniel. Going to set up a pretty manageable, looks like right at 3rd and 5. Have to wait for the spot. Actually, it's going to be 3rd and 3.
Yeah, that's that's about as easy as it gets. We've done it 3 times, and that time their defensive ends didn't rush upfield, so they actually sat back thinking that play was going to be ran, and it was, and we're still able to complete it for those.
A good throw into a tight slot there. Luke able to put it right on the chest of Turpin. He secures it. It's going to bring up a 3rd and manageable, 3rd and 3 at the Ferriday 26-yard line. Vadrine in the shotgun. Jude's going to join him. Good snap from center. Gives this one to Jude. Jude's got some running room this time at the 2nd level, but it looks like he may just be a little bit short.
No, I think he's got it. Yep, they're moving him.
And they are going to move the chains. Picked up 3, needed 3, and that's going to be enough for a community pharmacy 1st down. Ball at the Trojan 24-yard line. Clock running now with 3:43 left to play here in the third quarter. Ouachita Christian 21, Ferriday 12. Vadrine in the shotgun. An offset eye backfield beside him in the shotgun. 2 receivers to his left, Maddox Fitzhugh to his right. Luke calls for the ball, gives this one inside to Jude. Jude finds that seam that time. You could see it open up from up here, Daniel. And, you know, it's not going to be one of those historic runs, but I tell you what, he does a great job of using his eyes to find that 6-yard crease, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and manageable, call it 2nd and 4, as they put this football, it looks like right at the Ferriday 18 inside the Washam Agency red zone.
When you get 2nd down and 5 or less, you know, you feel good about where you're at, with your offense. And we've done that a couple times here in the second half. It's a big difference than 2nd and 9 or 2nd and 8.
Vadrine, again, going to give this one inside to Jude, and it's tough running inside. But what used to be those 1- and 2-yard gains now are slowly turning into those 2- and 3-yard gains.
And
he's going to be just
moving.
shy of the 1st down, though. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 2. Eagles need to get really to the 15-yard line. It looks like they're right around the 13 or so. Vadrine brings Eagles to the line. 2 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. Keep this one on the ground to Jude. And looks like he's going to have more than enough.
I think. Yep,
for a community pharmacy 1st down.
I thought he was going to be short for just a minute.
1st down for the Eagles. They'll put this football at the 14-yard line. 1st down and 10. Pick up a 1st down around the 4 And it looks like we're going to have a timeout taken by the Trojans. All timeouts brought to you by Campbell & House. Attorneys at law, don't get played.
Call Wade.
Call him if you need some help. Don't get played. Call Wade, 318-855-0285. Campbell & House, attorneys at law. We're going to take a quick break from here at Eagle Stadium. You're listening to Ouachita Christian Eagle Football on the Eagle Sports Network.
Trying to decide where to eat tonight? Join us at J. Papa's Restaurant and Market, your neighborhood spot for lunch and dinner located on the Ouachita River at 2538 River Landing in Monroe. We're open Monday to Wednesday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m., and Thursday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. Come by today and try one of our great steaks, seafood, or specialty pizzas. And start your meal with one of our many appetizers from duck wraps to char-grilled oysters. Bring the whole family and enjoy your meal inside our beautiful dining room or on our deck overlooking the levee. J. Papa's is a proud supporter of the OCS Eagles.
First down and 10 for the Eagles. The ball at the Trojan 14-yard line. Vadrine is going to turn and hand this one inside to Turpin. Turpin's going to make one man miss, two men miss, and he is finally going to be spun down inside the 10-yard line. Call it, looks like they'll put it around the 9, a gain of 5 yards on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 5 for the Eagles.
Yeah, not the way that play was designed. Turpin gets the handoff and finds no room. And number 5, Marion Smith, was right behind him. And then, he actually changes directions and runs underneath his outstretched arms and picks up some yards.
It's going to bring up 2nd down and 5. Ball. And we're going to go in for the touchdown. We got a penalty marker late.
Yeah, that looked like a tackle on somebody that didn't have the ball.
Well, Luke does a great job on the play action that time. And it's definitely going to be an unsportsmanlike conduct call against the Trojans.
Yeah. Eli Gray was blocking downfield, and he just kind of spun him around and tackled him, and that's right where the flag landed. Yeah.
We'll wait for the official indication from the officials.
So they're saying he held him. Touchdown's good.
Touchdown's good. Eagles are going to add to their lead. With 58 seconds left to play in the 3rd quarter. Eagles are going to add to their lead.
Can we take those yards on the kickoff?
I don't know.
On a pass interference that you score, you can, but on a holding call, can you?
Well, I think we probably would decline the penalty and take the touchdown.
Well, I know, but you can take the touchdown, and then the penalty yards are going to be on the ensuing kickoff.
We'll have to ask Mike. Mike knows these things, doesn't he? All right, so the Eagles are going to take the lead or add to the lead now over Ferriday. Gavin Polk on to attempt. Jim Taylor, GMC, extra point.
Yeah, Gavin's saying decline that. Just a jump by the Trojans off the left side. I guess it would not be put on the kickoff, but like you said, declining it.
Good snap. Good hold, and Gavin's extra point attempt is good. As the Eagles add to their lead. So the Eagles are going to add to the lead. Daniel, 58 seconds left to play here in the 3rd quarter. And things have changed here at Fitzhugh Field at Eagle Stadium in 1 quarter of play.
Yeah, that was a big 3rd quarter for the Eagles. There's still a little bit of time left. You never know what's going to happen here. You want to kind of continue down the path, at least in terms of you don't want to make mistakes. You don't want to give Ferriday the chance to get back in the game. Secure the ball, tackle well on defense, those types of things. But other than that, they've been playing kind of inspired this third quarter, especially on the defensive side of the ball, man. And so it's been good, not only take the lead, but to take a commanding lead.
Polk's going to approach this one at the 40-yard line. He gets his leg into it. It's a nice high kick. It's going to be fielded cleanly by the Trojans.
Oh,
Eagles special teams coming to the party.
Tristan Raymond.
Number 21, Marquez Washington. As Washington is going to be upended right there. It looks like a gain of 13 yards on the play. 52 seconds left to play here in the third quarter. Looks like Daniel going to be a loss of 2 yards on the play. And it is going to bring up second down and 12 for the Trojans. Ferriday having a tough time getting their offense on track here in the second half. Harris operates out of the shotgun. Good snap from center, and Harris looks to throw. He's going to put some air into this football, and the Eagles are going to intercept this. That's going to be picked off by number 12 for the Eagles. Looks like Parker. Daniel, he camps out under it. A lot of air under that ball. And Parker is going to go up and make a play on it, and the Eagles are going to have the football to start the fourth quarter with a 28-12 lead.
Well, you ever wonder what somebody meant by double coverage? That was double coverage right there. So good job by the Eagles. Jump ball, throw to their tallest receiver, but nice play right there. The ball kind of bobbles. Abram finds it, gets a good return on it. So huge play by the Eagles again. I mean, that inspired football in the third quarter continues.
We'll take a quick break as we get ready to start the fourth quarter of play. You're listening to Ouachita Christian Eagle Football on the Ouachita Christian Sports Network.
Always uplifting worship and Ouachita Christian School varsity football games. KBYO, Farmerville, Ruston, Monroe is the all-new Power 92.7. And now, back to OCS football.
Here's the deal. When you combine State Farm home and auto insurance, you save an average of $889. State Farm agent Ron Bush is ready to help you combine home and auto and save with 2 locations to serve you in Bastrop and Sterlington. Call 318-388-4663 today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Average annual per household savings based on a 2019 national survey by State Farm of new policyholders who reported savings by switching to State Farm.
This is Coach Fitzhugh. Thanks for listening to Ouachita Christian Football on the OCS Eagle Football Network. And now, back to the Farm Bureau broadcast booth.
As we get ready to start the fourth quarter of play here at Fitzhugh Field, Eagle Stadium, the Ouachita Christian Eagles going to have the ball at the Trojan 20-yard line. Luke Vadrine is going to turn and hand this one inside to Turner. Turner's going to make a couple of guys really going to challenge him to bring him down, but he's finally going to be hemmed up right at the line of scrimmage, but he'll fall forward for a yard, so it's going to bring up second down and 9 for the Eagles right inside the Washam Agency red zone at the Trojan 19-yard line.
Yeah, good field position for the Eagles. Tough run by Jude Turner, and just kind of strung it on down the line. Looked for a hole, one never showed up. See, I wouldn't mind seeing us go back to that slant. What do you think, Dave?
Yeah, it'd be good. I'm kind of one of those guys that I like this thing on the ground right now, but we'll see. Second down and 9 for the Eagles. Vadrine in the gun, split backs beside him. 2 receivers to his right and 1 to his left. Luke's going to call his own number on this one, and he's going to fall forward for a yard or 2, maybe 4 on the play, and it's going to bring up third down and 5. They'll put this football right just shy of the 15, actually on the 15. So it's going to bring up third down and 5. Big third down here for the Eagles. Now, You and I both know. I mean, we're inside the 20-yard line. If we don't pick it up here, we potentially go for it for 7, but probably pretty easily, just as easily, maybe pick up 3 as well. Definitely within Gavin's range. 3rd down and 5. Ball inside the Washam Agency red zone at the Trojan 15. And the Eagles are going to take a timeout. That Eagle timeout, all Eagle timeouts, brought to you by Campbell & House, attorneys at law. Don't get played. Call Wade. We're going to take a timeout with him. You're listening to Ouachita Christian Eagle football on the Ouachita Christian Sports Network.
84 weeks ago, with precisely 2 likes at the Rio Sarah Pascal, posted at McDonald's. Stop pretending like you don't see our snack wrap comments. It hurts. You thought they didn't see your comments? Petitions and posts? The DMs for 9 straight years? Those comments are the reason this exists. Snack wrap is back.
If your car or truck is broken down, or you locked your keys in your vehicle, or you just need a flat fix, call Bears Towing and Recovery at 388-3021. In fact, why not just save the number in your cell phone? That's 388-3021. Bears Towing is on call 24 hours a day and 7 days a week. They understand that an emergency doesn't happen at convenient times. Bears Towing, 388-3021. Bears Towing is a proud sponsor of OCS football.
This is Coach Fitzhugh. Thanks for listening to Ouachita Christian Football on the OCS Eagle Football Network. And now back to the Farm Bureau broadcast booth.
3rd down and 5 for the Eagles. Vadrine looks to throw. Put some air into this one. Got a receiver. Turpin's got it. Touchdown. Ouachita Christian. Patrick Turpin is going to pull it in from 15 yards out, and Ouachita Christian is going to add to the lead. Nice throw that time by senior quarterback Luke Vadrine as he put it up where nobody else was going to have a chance at it, and almost his receiver didn't have a chance at it. But Turpin goes up, comes down with a beautiful two-handed catch, and is going to add to this Eagle lead now 34-12. Gavin Polk on to attempt the extra point. Brought to you by Jim Taylor, Buick GMC. Gavin adds to it. So now the Eagles are going to take a commanding 35-12 lead over the Ferriday Trojans. Start of the 3rd quarter. Let's go down to the sideline and check in with Mike Gray and a Marion State Bank sideline report. Mike, I'm telling you, man, the start of this 3rd quarter, we had a football game that who knows who was going to win it. I mean, the Eagles going to have to make some adjustments, but, brother, have they made an adjustment?
Yeah, that was a great call on that one. It's 3rd and 5. A little play action. Faraday's probably think we're going to run it twice, try to get a first down. But I think what Coach Fishy was thinking there, let's take a shot right there because we can go with field goal, obviously, if we don't get it there and put it more than 2 scores up. So it was a great call on that to take a shot on that to Patrick.
Thanks a lot. Mike Gray with the Marion State Bank sideline report. Gavin Polk's going to tee it up at the 40-yard line.
Number 18, Gavin Polk on the kick.
Jim Taylor Buick GMC kickoff. Gavin on the approach. Gets his leg into this one, and that's going to be a high kick. Going to be fielded cleanly around the 10-yard line. Going to be taken there for the Trojans. And, again, that's number 10 for Ferriday, Desmond Jefferson. And Jefferson can flat out hook it up.
Yeah.
That time, Daniel, he gets well, he runs a little laterally, but when you can run like Desmond Jefferson, it helps. Now, also maybe getting a hold helps as well, as there's a penalty marker on the play, and they're going to bring that one back. Going to be a spot foul. Looks like the foul may have taken place at around the 24-yard line, so they'll back them up 10 yards from there, and looks like the Trojans may be starting this drive inside their own 20-yard line.
Yeah, this is, it just seems like for Ferriday, since halftime, since the 3rd quarter began, the second half began, everything has just been going against them, pushing them back. The Eagles have really just taken off. making big plays all over the field, and this is when you got to be careful. As a team, you don't want bad. You don't want to go from bad to worse, and that's what's happening right now with the Trojans.
First down and 10 for Ferriday. Trying to get something going here in the second half of the contest. Had a tough time. Harris in the shotgun. Going to send 2 receivers to his left and 2 to his right. Alexander joins him in the gun. And I think it's going to be a legal procedure, a legal motion against the Trojans.
Yeah, I think it was maybe one of those receivers on the other side or tight end. Kind of twitched a little bit. And
behind the chains already on this drive.
Well, we went from bad to worse. What's next? Worse to what? Worse to 1st and 16 inside your own 10?
Well, the one thing is, I will tell you this. I mean, and it happened last year. Some of these touchdowns late in the game, but again, a flick of the wrist.
Yep. And they got him again.
And again, we're going to have illegal procedure against the Trojans.
This was only going to be about 4 yards, though.
Yeah, it's going to be half the distance to the goal. And, I don't even think it's quite 4 yards, about 3.5. Yeah. As this time the officials will put it inside the 5, right at the 4-yard line. As Ferriday finds himself now in 1st and 20. Actually, 1st and 19. Harris is going to be in the shotgun in his end zone. Alexander will join him in the shotgun in the end zone. 3 receivers to his right, 1 to his left.
I keep my eyes on number 10 right here. He's in the slot with the pink gloves.
Getting as much out of this play clock as they can. Calls for the football, looks to throw. He's going to have to pull this one down with pressure. Still going to have more pressure. Fumble that came out of his arm. I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see that.
Correction. That pass is ruled incomplete.
I would like to see them talk about this because the ball didn't go anywhere. Not going
to happen.
Second down for the Trojans.
Hey, look, that's one of the things we love about high school football is they don't get to review these things. So it's called on the field. It's called, and, I mean, that's just how it is. So it is going to bring up second down. And 19. Trojans have the ball at their own 4, and it looks like Ferriday is going to take a timeout. All timeouts brought to you by Campbell and House Attorneys at Law. Don't get played.
Call Wade.
Call Wade if you need some help. 318-855-0285. We also want to recognize Randall's Captain Avery Seafood and Specialty Meats, our third quarter sponsor, Ouachita Christian Eagle Football. Always brought to you by Randall's Captain Avery Seafood and Specialty Meats. For all your tailgating, catering needs, call Randall, 318-388-2278. For all your tailgating and catering needs, find folks at Randall's Captain Avery Seafood and Specialty Meats. If you can't find something down there good to eat, you're in a bind.
Yeah.
Great food, and been doing it for a long time. 9 minutes and 56 seconds left to play in the football game. Ouachita Christian with a commanding lead now, 35-12. The Ferriday Trojans find themselves in a bind. Second down and 19. Ball at their own 4-yard line. Quarterback, Jace Harris, trying to make some magic here. Gets a good snap, feeling some pressure. He unloads this one. It's going to hang in the air, and it's going to be complete.
That pass is caught.
Shockingly enough, Daniel, you'll never guess who caught that one.
Oh, man. Desmond Jefferson with the catch. Luckily, that was all, just a catch.
Yep.
Like he gets a catch, gets tackled.
Underthrown a good bit. Jefferson does a fantastic job of settling into it and catching the football. Talented receiver.
Very talented.
Going to pick up a first down. First down and 10 for Ferriday now at their own 44-yard line. Harris looks to throw again. Puts some air into this one, and this is going to be a long touchdown, similar to what we saw last season.
Yep.
Trojans pass complete to number 7, Peyton Collins for the score.
Collins is going to take that one in, and that's a bomb.
56-yard touchdown or so.
56 exactly.
Man.
As Ferriday will cut into this Eagle lead.
I mean, I'm just wondering, why we hadn't seen that more from Ferriday. You know, I mean, they got the lead early, and you think that would be kind of their go-to is just to air it out. I mean, because we saw it last year, and now, I mean, it's the same kind of situation as last year. Yeah, it's 35-12. It was the same thing last year. I mean, it's 35-12 last year, and they, scored. We were able to score again, but, they're never done, especially when, like you said, you've been saying the flick of the wrist, and that's all it is. I mean, they'll just send them and let it rip.
2 plays, touchdown. Now, the Trojans will line up to go for 2. Hadn't been successful with it so far tonight. Still trying to figure out how they're going to get this thing set up. A little confusion because it's number 10, actually Desmond Jefferson, that's going to take the snap, and he is just going to outrun Ouachita Christian to the pylon.
I don't think that formation was legal.
Yeah, I don't think it is either, because now they're going to have a penalty marker on the play, and it's going to be against the Trojans. Legal formation. They'll be penalized 5 yards on the play, and they'll retry this. Do it from the 7-yard line. Eagles lead this contest right now. $35. Still late on the score.
Yeah, 35-18.
18.
Seems like we've had several of these kind of extended
extra points.
Extra points, yeah. Again.
I didn't see the Trojans take a timeout, but it's almost as if they did. They're going to have to hurry, in all fairness.
12 seconds left on the play.
They're still looking to the sideline for the play.
There's still 5 seconds left.
Again, the Trojans with an unusual setup. Throw this one, and that was almost intercepted. Kind of unusual, too, Daniel, because you bring number 25 in, you line him up in the backfield. That's Dorian Taylor. Taylor's a talented receiver, but if you're going to throw the football, you probably want to put it in the hands of your quarterback, who's done a pretty decent job of it so far tonight. But instead, the Trojans they're going to miss a 2-point try for point. So the Eagles are going to maintain now a 35-18 lead.
Yeah, didn't you say something about that last night? Hey, if you're in the red zone, let your quarterback take care of business.
Mm-hmm.
Don't outthink yourself.
Well, I was actually watching the Zachary game last night, and they had an opportunity late. They were down by 2. They had to run a critical 2-point conversion to tie it up. They run kind of an end around type reverse play, and it's just ends up being a throw. I mean, if you're going to put the ball in the air, you probably want to do it with somebody other than a wide receiver, somebody that can throw it. And that time, again, I mean, it may not have been perfect tonight, but you do have to tip your hat to Harris. He's done a pretty good job of throwing the football as the Trojans with 18 points on the board. Yeah. That last drive.
I mean, are they going to onside kick here?
Well, let's see.
I would think so. I mean, it's still a little bit early, but no.
And that one may check up or go out of bounds. And if it goes out of bounds, the Eagles are going to have great field position. Looks like they'll put this one at the 35-yard line. And we do have a couple of flags on the play. One, obviously, where the ball went out of bounds. The second one in the middle of the field.
A little later for that one, too. That was we were fully expecting an onside kick. We had, G was the only one back there by himself. And so, it worked out good because the ball just rolls out of bounds. So they're saying it went out right there at the 20-yard line.
Well, now the Eagles can take the ball at the 35.
That's right.
Or they could re-kick it.
That's right. I mean, 35 sounds pretty good to me.
I don't know what the second penalty is on, or 4.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Well, the Eagles look like they're going to make them line up and re-kick it. It doesn't look like that's what they're going to do. That is what they're going to do. Let's go on the sideline, check in with Mike Gray, Marion State Bank sideline report. How you doing, Mike?
I don't know what that last flag was from this back judge over here. I thought it was a block in the back. One of the Ferriday Trojans hit somebody in the back, but because he sure wouldn't throw it for the out of bounds.
Not from
way
there,
over
you
there.
would think,
No,
yeah.
I don't know, and evidently they waved something off.
It may have been offset.
But I want to go back to the what we thought was a safety or whatever
Oh,
on
my
their
goodness.
drive. Was there a receiver in the end zone with the quarterback?
No.
Because otherwise that should be grounding. He didn't get it back to the line of scrimmage on the pass.
It was a fumble either way because the ball actually did not go anywhere. That's my opinion on it.
Yeah, I couldn't see if there was even a back or receiver near
No.
for them to even justify calling that was a pass at all.
He
So,
had 3 guys hanging on him, and they're grabbing at him, and the ball just pops out.
yeah, I mean that was a 2 touchdown swing there.
Oh,
The Trojans are going to try an onside
It did
kick
not go
here.
10. It didn't go
Didn't
10.
10
But
yards.
we
But the
touched it.
Eagles are going to
Well, it
come up
doesn't
with the
matter.
ball
We
on
touched
any
it,
So we
case.
touched it, so hopefully we got it.
Yeah,
we did. We
Okay.
got it, but we touched it at 9 yards.
Yep.
But I think it was the right thing to do. I think it would have rolled another yard.
Yeah, you got to go after that if you can.
Yeah.
Eagles are going to come up with the onside kick, and they're going to have great field position to start this drive and try to add to a 35-18 lead.
I think it was number 20, Bo DeVinny, that recovered that onside kick. Nice job, knowing that you're about to get a bunch of people frog splashing from the top rope.
First down and 10 for Ouachita Christian at the Trojan 49-yard line. The Eagles are going to start this drive inside Ferriday territory. First and 10. Daniel, this Eagle offense has looked night and day compared to the first half. Vadrine in the shotgun. Jude Turner joins him in the gun. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Keep this one on the ground with Jude Turner. And Turner's going to lose the football. I saw him lose it as he was going down, and Faraday's going to score a touchdown. They're going to make this football game interesting.
Yep.
In a hurry. That 6 points will give the Trojans, I think the score 35-24. No, I just don't think Jude ever really secured that one, Daniel, was part of the problem. And Ferriday, as little wind was in their sail only a little while ago, got to think it's it's full of wind now.
Good gracious, it does not take long. It does not take long. And this is like, they have a knack for doing this. I mean, they've done it this season. They did it against us last season where they can score in bunches real quick. If you give them opportunities to stay in the game, they're going to accept it.
9 minutes and 10 seconds left to play in the football game. Ferriday 24. Ouachita Christian 35. Faraday's tried for 2-point conversions all night.
They
Been
were over.
unsuccessful so
Yep.
far. And again, quarterback Harris is on the sideline. And this is going to be number 25 who looks to throw, and this one's going to be overthrown well in the back of the end zone. And just a little unusual, Daniel. I mean, you got to figure if number 25, Dorian Taylor, is the better thrower of the two, maybe you want him in there. But Taylor's taken 2 shots, maybe 3 shots on these 2-point conversions and been unsuccessful on all of them. So the Eagles are going to maintain an 11-point lead. 11 points can be a big number sometimes, more than a touchdown and a field goal. But also a touchdown, 2-point conversion can tie this football game up.
Number 2, Jaden Hardaway. Back deep for Eagles. 5, Jude Turner.
Yeah,
You got to be careful with Hardaway too, right, Daniel? Kind of sneaky. Last time he approached that thing like he was going to kick it a ton and took a lot off of it for the onside kick.
Yeah, that was really close to being chaotic. I mean, and Mike said it and you did too. I'm glad Bo reached up there and jumped on that ball because if he lets that travel just a little bit more, who knows what happens in a scrum like
They're in a
that.
bind.
I imagine they got to try for it again.
Now you got to look at something too. Hardaway's kind of taking a slide there. This is going to be number 4, Jaden Turner. Turner hadn't kicked so far tonight, not deep anyway. And I don't know, but that looks like that's going to take an Eagle bounce. Going to go out of bounds, and not sure why, but I mean, Eagles could have the ball here at the 35 or make them re-kick. Last time, Coach Fitzhugh elected to make them re-kick, and it looks like the offense is going to stay on the field. So now the Eagle offense will take over first down and 10. At their own 35-yard line. 9 minutes and 10 seconds left to play in this football game. And folks, football game back on.
Hey, those extra points add up. I mean, especially right now.
Oh, can you imagine?
Good gracious. They've scored 4 touchdowns. We've scored 5, but we have a 2-score lead.
It's been tough on them. First down and 10 for the Eagles. Luke Vadrine in the shotgun. Jude Turner joins him in the gun. 2 receivers to Luke's left and 1 to his right. Luke gets a low snap from center and does a great job of handling it. Jude Turner's going to keep this one on the ground. He bounces around, but he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and he's going to pick up 3 yards on the play, so it's going to bring up 2nd down and 7. They'll put this football at the Eagle 38-yard line.
Now you'll see the this OCS tempo slow down a little bit. It's been a little hectic.
When you got the Trojans on their heels, it's great.
Yes.
Right now, you need to make sure you give Ferriday as little opportunity to get their hands on the football as possible.
That's right.
Especially with as little amount of time as you can. Vadrine in the shotgun, 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Luke calls for the ball, keeps this one on the ground to Jude. And Jude's going to get hemmed up in the back of the backfield. I think he may have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, gain of 1 yard on the play.
Yeah, it's going to be close. He had looked like is that number 8?
Number 8.
Yeah, Zylon Alexander, the running back, was in there on defense and makes a good tackle there.
You got a lot of guys from Ferriday that are going both ways. Kind of in spots. They'll come in, they come out.
Yeah.
But talented group of football players at Ferriday. You saw that at the beginning of the game. They brought some great athletes over here to Eagle Stadium. Big 3rd down play for Luke Vadrine and his Ouachita Christian Eagles. 2 running backs with him in the backfield. One of them's Eli Gray, the other Jude Turner. Luke's in the shotgun. 2 receivers to his right and 1 to his left. Luke with some play action, setting up a screen is what he's doing, and he is going to feel this heat. Luke's going to turn it up. He's got some running room. He's across the 45, across the 50, across the 45 before he's run out of bounds. And Luke Vadrine flat out just wanted it more that time. As the Ferriday Trojans, Daniel, had him hemmed up. They had him boxed in. He found an easy way out, picked up 18 yards, and more than enough for a community pharmacy first down.
Yeah, well done. Actually, really covered. It was covered fantastically by the Ferriday Trojans. He was looking for Eli Gray on the screen, and there wasn't anything there. I mean, the guy was standing right in front of him, and Luke, was kind of at the end of his rope, rolling to his right, so he had to swing all the way back around.
Did Luke have a little speed that time?
Yeah, Luke's got speed.
I'm telling you, man, he did a great job of getting some distance between him and the Trojan defenders. First down and 10 for the Eagles. Ball at the Trojan 43-yard line. Luke keeps this one on the ground. And again, that's going to be Jude Turner.
Yeah, see, these defensive ends are getting trapped, and Mike mentioned it earlier, but they are shooting straight upfield, and all Jude is doing is on that play is just running right underneath him and able to pick up significant yardage.
Gain of 5 yards on the play brings up 2nd down and 5 with the football at the Trojan 38-yard line.
If those defensive ends would play a little more contained, then he'd have to cut it back inside where the help is. But if they're going to shoot upfield, they're just going to kick it outside right underneath them.
Vadrine in the shotgun. Good snap from center. Jude finds another seam in there, and he is going to make things difficult. It's going to be brought down that time by number 7, Peyton Collins. Daniel Peyton Collins is going to pay a little bit of a price as Jude picked up 6 yards on the play, and he's right through Collins to get it.
Yeah, Peyton Collins out there, he's tall. He's 6'4". He's one of the players that I know that was kind of circled on the defensive sheet, not so much for tackling or run stopping, but I think he's their best cover corner. I think he has aspirations to play at the college level.
First down and 10 for the Eagles. Ball at the Trojan 31-yard line. Vadrine in the shotgun. Again, keeps this one on the ground with Jude. Boy, I tell you what, gets down pad level that time.
With the rumble.
That's a tough run right there. Gain of 7 yards, real manageable. 2nd down and 3 here. This is the kind of drive, Daniel, that you can just put this thing away. And yeah, I'm going to agree with you. Feed him. He's hungry. I tell you what, he's doing. He's been kind of the victim of a couple. With those reads. Sometimes the mesh point, is not there. It just it makes things difficult. But boy, when you dedicate yourself to running the football,
that's right.
That guy can pound the rock.
Yeah,
this time they're going to go. It looks like with Gray, and Eli Gray is going to try to find a soft spot. He needed 4 for the first down, Daniel, and he's going to pick up 4. So that's going to be enough for a community pharmacy first down. and it's going to looks like it'll put the Eagles right in the Washam Agency red zone at the 20-yard line.
You know, when you run the football, there is kind of a scientific approach, you know, where you have to hit the right angles and make sure you put your foot in the right spot and all that stuff. But there also comes a point in a game where you're just like, I'm just going to run. I'm just going to go where I can find space, and I'm going to stay up as long as I can. And that's what we're seeing right now out of Jude Turner.
First down and 10 for the Eagles. Ball at the 20-yard line of the Ferriday Trojans. Luke Vadrine's going to hand this one to Jude. He plants that outside leg. He cuts it back. He takes a big shot, but oh, my goodness.
I mean,
it's a guy running the ball right there, Daniel, running it with reckless abandonment. And it looks like we may have a Trojan shaking up on the play, but maybe not. Eagles, little sportsmanship there as they help the Trojan to his feet and get him back to his huddle. But Jude Turner, again, Daniel, really tough physical run. He's going to pick up 6 yards on the play, brings up second down and 4 as they have this football now inside the 15-yard line, right at the 14 of Ferriday, inside the Washam Agency red zone. 4 minutes left to play in the football game. And you ask you ask for Jude to be fed, and he is being fed. They keep this one on the ground. That's going to be Gray. Gray is going to get hemmed up and bounced, but Daniel, it was a good block. But where they threw that flag is typically an indication of holding.
Yeah, Jude. Jude was on the outside lead blocking for Eli, and he does lay a good block and kind of gives Eli the room and that flag was thrown behind that, so I don't know what, obviously it was holding.
3 minutes and 59 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Our fourth quarter always brought to you by Dr. and Mrs. Davin Spires. Dr. Spires is an accomplished orthopedic surgeon with the Orthopedic Clinic or the Orthopedic and Spine Clinic of Louisiana. 318-323-8451 to schedule your appointment with Dr. Spires. I want to say thanks to Dr. and Miss Davin Spires for their support of Ouachita Christian Eagle Athletics, the Orthopedic and Spine Clinic of Louisiana. Vadrine in the shotgun, and we've got a penalty marker before the play starts. Clearly, time left on the play clock. So we had well, that's one way to slow that Eagle offense down, Daniel, is to bring in an extra man. They had 12 men on the field. That's a pretty tough penalty. There? I don't know. Clearly not long enough.
Yeah.
So it is going to be second down now and 10. Or actually second and 9 following the penalty. Vadrine will line up in the shotgun with an offset eye backfield beside him. Daniel, they've run the ball extremely well out of this formation. I'm not sure what they run out of it, but whatever it's been, when you see them stacked off to the side, they've had some success. 2 receivers to the right. They're waiting on this play clock to come down.
Yeah, they should. Well,
I'm not really sure. It looked like it may have got a late start on it. But 13 seconds. Luke will line up with an offset eye backfield beside him in the gun. Turns, hands this one inside to Jude. And again, I'm telling you, that formation, there's something about it.
It is. That lead blocker is just really opening something up for and the good thing about our running backs with Eli and Jude back there, you can go one way or the other. You can give it to Jude and let him follow Eli, or the other way around like right there. So
gain of 9 on the play. It's going to bring up third down and 1. And the Eagles are going to let as much of this play clock wind down as they can.
Oh, goodness.
Third down and 1. Vadrine in the shotgun. 2 running backs with him, beside him in the shotgun. Luke calls for the ball, hands it inside to Jude. Jude's got some running room, and he's going to be inside the 5-yard line. A gain of 5 yards on the play. More than enough for another community pharmacy first down. It's going to be first and goal at the 6-yard line. Inside the Washam Agency red zone. First and goal at the 6. Eagles trying to add to this lead. Two minutes left to play in the football game. Ouachita Christian leads 35-24. Looking for an insurance touchdown here. Vadrine in the shotgun, 2 running backs beside him in the eye. Man in motion across the formation is Turpin. Going to hand this one to Patrick. Patrick plants the outside leg, and he is we got one guy with a touchdown, and now what do we got? Oh, that is a tough break. The official on the far side of the field scoring clearly a touchdown. Donnie and I we couldn't be at a better angle right now. Clearly going in for the touchdown, but they're going to rule him down. Man, I mean, it looks like, Daniel, that the nose of the ball is actually, I don't even know how you couldn't call it a touchdown, but it is going to be second down and goal at inside the 1. Vadrine. I have 2 running backs beside him in the shotgun. Half-yard line. 2 receivers to his right. 1 to his left. Turns going to hand this one inside to Gray, and Eli is going to take this in for a touchdown. A very important touchdown, as this will add to the lead. That Eagle touchdown brought to you by Trinity Diamonds Direct. All Eagle touchdowns brought to you by Trinity Diamonds Direct. Gavin Polk is going to come on to add an extra point. Brought to you by Jim Taylor Buick GMC. Turpin handle the hold. Good snap, good kick. And Eagles will add to their lead now. Should be 42 to 24. Let's go down to the sideline and check in with Mike Gray and a Marion State Bank sideline report. How you doing, Mike? Well, okay. So, all right. Well, it's one of those nights here at Eagle Stadium. We got batteries failing and falling faster than who'd have thought it. I think our crowd mic's down. We got the sideline mic down. I don't know, man. We got to invest in some batteries around this place. 51 seconds left to play in the ball game. I'm glad the Eagles have more juice in them than we do batteries. As Ouachita Christian is now out in front of Ferriday, 42 to 24. Gavin will tee this one up at the 40-yard line, gets his leg into it. Oh, Ferriday is going to find themselves in a bind. They let a Gavin Polk kick check up inside the 5. That's a live football. They have to go down to recover it. And the Trojans are going to fall victim to maybe some poor judgment that time, as this one is going to check up, and it looks like Ferriday will have the football first down and 10 at their own 5-yard line to start this drive with 46 seconds left to play in the football game. Daniel,
what?
We got batteries dying like crazy.
Yeah, that's where, it's like
I went down to talk to Mike only a moment ago.
Yeah.
No battery.
I passed him. I was on the way down there trying to find somewhere to put our crowd mic, see if I can get it some juice. But he was on the way up. He's like, I'm out of batteries. I said, me too.
I'm telling you.
David's up there rolling solo.
Yeah, well, believe it or not, the Eagles got plenty of juice.
Yeah,
as they're going to handle Ferriday tonight, Daniel. I mean, we only got 40 seconds. Ouachita Christian's going to win this football game.
I think it'll be a face mask. We got a flag.
But at this point,
yep,
Ouachita Christian's going to win the game. 38 seconds left to play in the football game. They lead this game 42 to 24. And boy, I tell you what, you just didn't. You didn't see this game ending up this way when we first got started. I wouldn't be surprised if Ferriday doesn't throw another touchdown pass right now.
Yeah, I know, and I don't think they would try. I mean, I do want to say that because you mentioned the sportsmanship earlier. These guys came here ready for a clean, fair fight, and buddy, that's what we got from them, especially that first half. That was it caused some angst as a Eagles fan, but at the same time, it was just a quality football game, especially on the defensive side.
Well, we talked about it at halftime. Adjustments.
Yep.
Adjustments. And this Ouachita Christian football team, look at this. All right, come on, man. Are you kidding me?
No, yeah. I'm not,
Wow. Well, that's going to be the football game. That's one way to end it, isn't it?
Yep.
You got to tip your hat to the folks from Ferriday as they make a trip over here tonight to take on the Ouachita Christian Eagles. Daniel,
Yeah.
by far the most talented football team we faced all season. They gave us everything they had. They take a halftime lead in here at Eagle Stadium, Fitzhugh Field, and well, the Eagles made the adjustments that we talked about at halftime, and I don't know what it was with the running game, but we found it. I don't know what it was with the passing game, but those short, intermediate routes to give Luke time to get the ball out, we found it. And that kind of rhythm
was playing like their hair was on fire,
holy smokes.
too.
The defense was on fire.
Yep.
I'm telling you, they just flat got after this Ferriday Trojan offense with again a ton of talent, and we saw it on display. They take the opening kickoff back 90 yards for a touchdown, and you saw these guys getting open all over the field, but pressure from the Eagle defensive front, good coverage downfield from this Eagle secondary, and even the Eagles, Daniel, you got to say it. I mean, we didn't take care of the football like we have all season tonight. Several turnovers, maybe at least 2 fumbles. I think a pick, maybe a fumble that was returned for a touchdown, maybe an interception.
Yeah,
I mean, there were a lot of things that a little uncharacteristic of this Ouachita Christian team. And to be honest with you, I want to give Ferriday credit for that because they put the pressure on them to make those things happen.
Well, I was gonna say the same thing. I mean, it wasn't just playing sloppy. I mean, we were pressured and put in difficult circumstances. When Jude's running the ball, he had 2 fumbles tonight, very uncharacteristic. But when he gets to that line of scrimmage, those guys are in there and they're ripping and they're pulling. And I'm gonna tell you something else. You mentioned the most talented. I agree with that 100%. I will also say it's the fastest team we played. And I also say this: when you see their linebackers, I was impressed by their linebackers, not just by the way they play, but they look like linebackers, and they'll hit. I mean, we took some licks tonight. I mean, it's week 9. Your bumps and your bruises are already adding up, and you want to try to just finish strong, and then you come in here and we got hit in the face a few times.
And one thing I will say too is when you mention that I've already got. Look, all right, we're at this stage of the game right now where we got to start thinking about the Forsyth Avenue Church of Christ play of the game. All right, I got it. All right, I got it. I don't know if you got it, but I'm gonna. I always got to give this one to you because hey, you always are gonna take care of the Forsyth Avenue Church of Christ play of the game. But I got one.
Okay.
All right. So without further ado, I'm gonna go to you for tonight's Forsyth Avenue Church of Christ play of the game.
You want me to punt it back to you because you're dying here.
Well,
Go ahead. I mean, this is not.
All right.
This is just,
all right. Look.
this is a
all
good
right.
team
All right.
effort.
Okay. All right. Well, you've been doing it all year, so
Yeah,
I'll take it good and bad, ugly. My play of the game tonight is we saw our senior quarterback take one of the most vicious hits that I've seen him take in his career. He was on the far side of the field. One of those linebackers you mentioned squared him up and hammered him. I don't know that. I mean, it was one of the most vicious hits I've seen him take, and I mean, he didn't look like he was ready to roll.
He left himself wide open,
getting up, and so you look at it and you think to yourself, man, I don't know, maybe he needs to take a break, come over to the sideline for a second, but in the interim, it's 3rd down and maybe, I don't know, 3rd and 14, 3rd and 10, something like that, where you almost knew and almost could tell we were going to need a big play. And he was not in any kind of condition to give it to us. Instead, he shakes off one of their defenders and finds and figures out a way to get the ball, unload the football, takes another huge shot in the process. He throws that one down there. I believe Turpin made – no, it was Maddox Fitzhugh. Comes up with a catch at midfield. It keeps that drive alive. Not only that, but I'm thinking maybe it was a spark that kind of ignited a little something that got this Eagle offense going because of the senior leadership, the guts, the grit, and the determination of our young quarterback. So tonight, for me, that was the play of the game.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go. I'm gonna second that, and I'm gonna say I agree with you. The thing is, I had a couple other plays written down that I considered, so I'm gonna give you 2 plays that I thought were qualifiers.
All right.
But I like that one. The other one was, Turpin had the pick, which was a great play. We get the ball back, but then Jude fumbles the ball. Okay, and then we stop Ferriday, and then we get the ball back, and we've got, I think it's 4th down when Jude breaks off a 20-yard run where he switches fields. So I had that one written down. That was big. And then the other one was the last punt by Gavin Polk.
Oh, my.
That
yeah.
turned over and kicked out of bounds. So those are three major plays. But hey, I'll go with Luke Verdreen this week. But I do want to say this. I got some numbers here before we go. Jude, and you probably could have guessed, biggest workload of his career: 31 carries.
Holy smokes!
155 yards.
Oh my goodness!
So he just did the dirty work tonight.
So would you say what, the workhorse?
Oh, that's him. That's him. Yep. Put a bell around his neck.
Wow. I'll tell you what, that was that's impressive. Hey, but look, again, you're not going to go through a football season without games like this. You shouldn't. I mean, this is where you get tested a little bit. You get put into the fire and you see how things go. And I got to tell you, tonight, this Ouachita Christian Eagle football team responded. They got hit in the mouth.
They did.
From the very first moment this football game started with a I believe Donnie told me it was a 96-yard kickoff return.
Yep, and it happened quickly. I mean, like not just in terms of the game, but once he took that second step and reached peak speed, he would go on.
You don't win the 100 meters. I mean, you don't win the 4x1 because you got a couple of guys on there that can maybe run a little bit.
Yeah.
Well,
fun game.
Here's the thing, man. You know what it is right now. You're the one that tells me. We got to remember this, right? As soon as this game's over with, you know what it is, right?
It's a short week. I know that.
No, that's not what it is. You know what it is, don't you?
It's a short one, but it is Oak Grove
it's
week.
Oak Grove. It's Oak Grove week.
Hey, Well, I'll just say this real quick before we go, is that I hope that we look at our performance tonight and say there's a lot that we can do better, and then next week we do it all better and we just mop the floor.
Well, I mean, we have to because it's Oak Grove week.
It's Oak Grove week.
I mean,
in Oak Grove. It's on Thursday.
And then, it's, hey, I will tell you this. I love going to Oak Grove, and I'm going to tell you why. Because when we go up there, everybody couldn't be nicer. They got a great press box, great facilities, and everybody's super. But I will tell you this. The Oak Grove Tigers are going to be ready to play football.
They are. They got a lot riding on this game.
They're going to be ready to play football. I can tell you this.
Too.
And so will we. It's going to be, I don't know that you could line one up for anything at the end of the season better than what could happen next week up in Oak Grove, as the Ouachita Christian Eagles are going to take a 9-0 record into Tiger Stadium to take on the Oak Grove Tigers.
Yep. Hey, we'll take it.
We will take it. Want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. Ouachita Christian is going to win this football game over the Ferriday Trojans 42-24. Heck of a football game. Want to take a moment to thank Mike Gray down on the sideline with the Marion State Bank sideline report. Got to thank Donnie Haley for bringing you and us all the numbers from tonight's contest. Daniel, we don't even get this thing on the air without the talented hands and brilliant mind of Miller.
Yep.
And I want to thank you for what you bring to the table.
I also want to thank Miss Linda Myers at Power 92.7, who she puts us on the air there, does a great job taking care of us, helping us out. Linda, thank you so much.
Thank you, Miss Linda.
Yep. And we'll be in touch next Thursday.
Absolutely. Oh, is it Thursday?
It's Thursday.
Oh, no.
That's why I said short week. Yeah.
Oh, no. Well, we got to get ready because it's Oak Grove week.
Oak Grove week.
All right. Well, thanks for everybody for tuning in tonight. Ouachita Christian wins this game again, 42-24. Want to thank everybody for tuning in and listening to our broadcast tonight. And come back and join us next Thursday for Oak Grove week. You're listening to Ouachita Christian Eagle football on the Ouachita Christian Sports Network. Thanks for tuning in.
Dreyer Contracting has been walked on and driven on all over town for 5 decades. Dreyer Contracting has been serving our community for over 50 years. That's a lot of asphalt. Surface